Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Montana Tech's Bob Green Field at Alumni Coliseum. Montana Tech Senior Day and today's Frontier Conference football action. Montana Tech pregame is brought to you by Northwestern Energy. Today's contest features the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears and your Montana Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Montana Tech Pep Band under the direction of Dan Olson. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Digger Vision for this afternoon's starting lineups brought to you by Montana Orthopedics. Starting at quarterback for the Orediggers, the 6'4", 200-pound sophomore, Jet Campbell. And running back, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, number 25, Tyler Folks. Tight end, the 6'2", 240-pound junior, number 86, Nate Sander. On the line, a 6'3", 305-pound senior, number 70, Grant Benz. Also on the line at 6'2", 280, a senior, number 79, Hayden Smith. On the line at 6'2", 285, a freshman, number 73, on the offense, Tristan 6'3", 100 pounds, a sophomore, number 75, Hunter Sparts. Wide receiver from Butte at 5'9", 160 pound, a sophomore, number 10, Kylie Caprera. Also a receiver at 5'8", 175, a junior, number 4, Alec Woolley Steele. Wide receiver, a sophomore at 6'4", 205 pounds, number 6, Trevor Hoffman. On the defensive line at 6'2", 250 pounds, a sophomore, number 90, Jesse Sims. On the D-line at 6'1", 275, a sophomore, number 95, Chase Barta. Defensive lineman at 6'3", 260-pound senior, number 97, Arthur Flynn. At linebacker at 6'3", 215 pounds, a senior, number 35, Ike Schweikert. At linebacker at 6'2", 225 pounds, a sophomore, number 45, Luke Almos. Linebacker is a 6 foot, 220-pound senior, number 53, Jacob Clark. Defensive back at 5'10", 165 pounds, a sophomore, number 9, Naoki Harmer. At defensive back at 6 foot even, 200 pounds, a senior, number 22, Tucker Routhie. At defensive back is 6'2", 195-pound junior, number 13, Justin May. Defensive back at 6 foot even, 195 pounds, a senior, number 31, Damare Morris. Your officials this afternoon, Larry Schmidt, Tyler Peterson, Adam Clark, Aaron Clouch, Eric Obgradowicz, Josh Jacobson, and Abel Dallas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the Montana Tech Pep Band under the direction of Dan Olson. Montana Tech welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to this afternoon's contest. As a member of the NAIA and the Frontier Athletic Conference, we are committed to the true spirit of competition by being a champion of character through the 5 core character values the NAIA embraces, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Please enjoy this afternoon's contest. Montana Tech would like to remind fans to always show good sportsmanship. Racial and sexist slurs, profanity, and any action that endangers the safety of the players, coaches, officials, administrators, or fans will not be tolerated. Frontier Conference would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for their continued support of our conference. Cooper Tire, Tire-Rama, the official tire company of the Frontier Conference. D.A. Davidson, the official financial services firm of the Frontier Conference. EBMS, the official healthcare provider of the McDonald's, the official restaurant chain of the Frontier Conference. Charities throughout the Frontier Conference. Northwestern Energy, the official energy company of the Frontier Conference. Pepsi, the official soft drink company of the Frontier Conference. U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Frontier Conference. Visit the Frontier Conference website at www.frontierconference.com to get all of the updated scores and information, along with viewing a listing of our many Friends of the Frontier sponsors, and get and making your hotel reservations when you're playing in the other cities of the Frontier Conference. Hey, Oredigger fans, further the Montana Tech Courtesy Crew wearing green vests, sponsored by Ace Hardware. The Oredigger Courtesy Crew can help you find what you're looking for, just like Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Your technical brings you the greatest Oredigger of all time.
Now, one thing I know. This is my home. This is my school. This is my field. This is your home. This is your school. This is your field. Roll there, got 3, 1, 2, 3, roll there. Nobody steps on our field and gets out of here with a W today. You guys have to set the tone. Take care of your home.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Oredigger fans, this is our place. This is Bob Greenfield at Alumni Coliseum. This is Hallowed Ground. Please welcome your Montana Tech Oredigers. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to 2019 Senior Day as we salute our 15 Oredigger seniors. Please welcome our first senior, number 5, Ontario Johnson. Ontario is a 6'2" wide receiver accompanied today by his girlfriend, Queenie. Ontario is pursuing a degree in interdisciplinary studies. From Stockton, California, number 5, Ontario Johnson. Number 11, Tanner Chase. Tanner is a 6'3" defensive back accompanied today by his parents, Lynn and Steve, his brother Cameron, aunt and uncle Anna and Dan. Tanner has 16 career tackles, has broken up 2 passes. Tanner is pursuing a degree in cellular and molecular biology. From Spokane Valley, Washington, number 11, Tanner Chase. Number 19, Sam McCamley. Sam is a 6'2" wide receiver accompanied today by his mother and father, Mary and Rick, aunts and uncles, Julie and Randy, and Laura and Dan. Sam has 25 catches for 161 yards in his career. Sam is pursuing a degree in business marketing and management. From Kalispell, Montana, number 19, Sam McCamley. Number 22, Tucker Rothy. Tucker is a 6' senior. His mother and Mike. Tucker has 144 career tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and 2 interceptions in his career. Tucker is pursuing 2 degrees in business marketing and accounting. From Kalispell, Montana, number 22, Tucker Rothy. Number 28, Jed Fike. Jed is a 5'11" running back accompanied today by his father, Kenny, and his mother, Josie. Jed is a 2-time All-Conference selection and honorable mention All-American. Jed is 5th on the Orediggers career rushing list with 2,901 yards and is 6th in all-purpose yards with 3,430. Jed also has 32 career touchdowns and is pursuing a degree in business management. From Whitehall, Montana, number 28, Jed Fike. Number 30, Grant Kingston. Grant is a 5'11" running back accompanied today by his girlfriend, Madison. Grant played special teams, totaling 11 tackles. Last season, Grant had a 70-yard touchdown run against MSU Northern. Degree from Anderson, California, number 30, Grant Kingston. Number 31, Damari Morris. Damari, sometimes known as Nino Chill, is a 6'1" defensive back, accompanied today by his mother, Sonia. Brother Devontae, Uncle Truman, and Mina. Damari was an all-conference selection last season. Damari has 39 total tackles, 22 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions in his career. Pursuing a degree in professional technical communications. From Elk Grove, California, number 31, Damari Morris. Number 32, Braden Feistabel. Braden is a 6'1" running back, accompanied today by his father, Tim, grandparents, Deb and Ron, and Cheryl and JC. Braden has 112 carries for 510 yards and 3 touchdowns in his career. Braden is pursuing a degree in occupational safety and health. From Savage, Montana, number 32, Braden Feistabel. Ike Schweiker, number 35 for the Orediggers. Ike is a 6'3" linebacker, accompanied today by his parents, Susie and Jackson, sisters KJ and Hannah, and his brother Cody. Ike has 60 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 7 tackles for a loss in his career. Ike has forced 2 fumbles this season, recovering 1 for a 39-yard return. Ike is pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. From Columbia Falls, number 35, Ike Schweikert. Number 48, Carter Myers. Carter is a 6'1" linebacker, accompanied today by his parents, Bethany and Dale, his brother Cameron, sister Brooke, and his girlfriend Hannah. Carter has 161 total tackles, 9 sacks, 19 tackles for a loss, and 5 interceptions in his career. Carter's returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns the last 2 seasons, and Carter currently leads the Frontier Conference in sacks and tackles for a loss. Carter is pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. Wyoming, number 48, Carter Myers. Number 53, Jacob Clark. Jacob is a 6'1" linebacker, accompanied today by his parents, Shara and Travis, his grandparents, Val and Legine, and Val, his girlfriend, Emmy. Jacob has 156 total tackles, 5 sacks, 16 tackles for a loss, and 2 career interceptions. Jacob is second on the team in total tackles this season with 53. Jacob is pursuing a degree in geophysical engineering. From Billings, Montana, number 53, Jacob Clark. Number 70, Grant Bance. Grant is a 6'4" offensive lineman, accompanied today by his parents, Christy and Miles. Grant has started on the offensive front the past 3 seasons for the Orediggers, producing the top running attack in the conference. Grant is pursuing a degree in civil engineering. From Steele, North Dakota, number 70, Grant Bence. Number 79, Hayden Smith. Hayden is a 6'3" offensive lineman, accompanied today by his mom, Belle, his brother, Kevin, his sister, Katie, and cousin, Helen, and his girlfriend, Heidi. He's also accompanied by his parents, Bill and Dana. Hayden has started every game this season on the offensive front for the in occupation. From Washington, number 7. Number 82, Reed Nelson. Reed is a 6' wide receiver, accompanied today by sister Peyton and brother Kalen. Reed has 4 catches for 18 yards in his career. Reed is the president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee this year and is pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. From Great Falls, number 82, Reed Nelson. Number 97, Arthur Flynn, a 6'3" defensive lineman. Arthur is accompanied today by his parents, Donna and Bernard, and his girlfriend, Kelsey. Arthur has 83 total tackles, 7 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss, and he's blocked 2 kicks in his career. Arthur's pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering from Orland, California. Number 97, Arthur Flynn. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Oredigger seniors. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greenfield at Alumni Coliseum for conference football action. Montana Tech pregame is brought by Northwestern Energy. Today's game day partners, Montana Orthopedics and Northwestern. Also, a big thank you to Zip Beverage for being the official sponsor of the Montana Tech Tailgate and today's tailgate partners, Zip Beverage and the Montana Tech Touchdown Club. Today's contest features the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears and your Montana Tech Orediggers. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we recognize the recent passing of Jocko Evans. A 1960 graduate of the Montana School of Mines, Jocko returned to Montana Tech in 1991 as an assistant professor in the Petroleum Engineering Department after a successful stint in the private sector. He accepted the position of department head in 2003 and built the department into one of the most reputable in the nation. At this time, we'd like to observe a moment of silence for Jocko Evans. Gentlemen, please remain standing as we honor our active service and our first response with America's anthem performed by Chrisman from the Copper Hill.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the roared glare, the bombs gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Single o'er the land of free, the home of the brave.
Gentlemen, brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue. And joining us today as an honorary captain is Oredigger alumni and longtime Montana Tech supporter Jerry Schuyler, along with being close friends with Jocko Evans and partnering on many endeavors for the benefit of Montana Tech. Jerry and his wife Julie have been instrumental in many Oredigger initiatives, including the Student Success Center, the Digger Athletics Endowed Scholarship, and the upcoming Nursing Simulation Center. Oredigger fans, please welcome Jerry Schuyler and his wife Julie.
Rocky, you traveled. That's tails. That's heads. Frontier Conference is heads. Universal Awards is tails. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails is a call. Mr. Schuyler, would you flip the coin, please? It is tails. You've won the toss. Rocky Mountain College won the toss, elected to defer. Which direction would you like to kick? Gentlemen, let's play football.
All right, Orediggers. It's time to go to work. Kickoff brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue. Kicking off for the Bears is number 29, Wyatt Bruceman.
Here on the offensive side, Jet Campbell will run the offense for us. He had his first 300-yard passing game last week at Carroll College. We're going to see Tyler Folks and Blake Counts in the backfield. That offensive front, Grant Benz, Hayden Smith, Trey Copeland, Tristan Stauffer, and Hunter Sparts down in the inside. Kylie Caprera, and as you mentioned, Trevor Hoffman out on the edges. And then the tight end position, we're going to see a slew of guys through there, but Nate Sander has been the guy. He has just had an outstanding year. You'll see him at tight end. You'll see him in the slot. You'll see him in the backfield. We're going to talk about him a lot here today. 1st and 10, Caprera goes in motion, right to left across the formation. Campbell out of the shotgun. Jet rolls the pocket right, looking downfield. Wide open is Hoffman. Hoffman at midfield. Hoffman 45-40, 35 and out of bounds at the Rocky 30-yard line. So a big shot on 1st down. Hoffman crossing the field, gets the pass, and gets big yardage.
Something Montana Tech has done to start, they don't throw the ball a ton, but they have started a few games either dropping back and taking a shot, say at a home run ball, that time on bootleg action, catching Hoffman on a corner route. But, Hoffman let that defense know that he's still working off the momentum of a huge day last week in Helena.
Handoff is going to go to Blake Counts, his first carry of the day, and Blake is wrapped up for no gain. Blake Counts comes in with 781 yards on the ground as a true freshman. Of course, his rep number went up greatly when Jed Fike, the senior, was injured in week 3.
Good play off the backside. Backside defensive end, 6'3", 215, sophomore out of Idaho Falls. Mason Price getting down the line of scrimmage and chasing that play down from the backside. That was just stretched to the left side. Counts was kind of picking his way, but you never really account for that backside end and stretch, and Price ran it down.
Play action. They fake the jet fly. Downfield. Hoffman at the 15, down to the 11-yard line. Hoffman with his second catch of the afternoon. And Hoffman's numbers continue to roll. He's up around 60 yards receiving in 2 passes.
I love the John game. You know that.
You're
Hoffman,
a big fan.
2 for 2 on big completions here. Got up and tossed the ball to his counterpart on the other side, number 6. Sam Sparks there at left, Rocky's left, Montana Tech's right corner.
Devontae Woods. Sparks said offensive side.
Defense. I'm sorry, Devontae
right.
Woods, excuse you. They even did it for me, O&D, and I still messed it up.
1st and 10. I think they do it just for us. We're not real quick. 1st and 10, receiver in motion. That's Feistamel, who will stand up in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Counts. Counts tried to find a lane, and there's just nothing there as the Battling Bears really stack it up, a gain of 1.
Real clear here so far. Rocky is not going to let Counts dominate the day. They're going to force man-to-man coverage and force Jet Campbell and his offensive front to protect, get the ball thrown, and beat them individually on the perimeter, at least here to start things out. A lot of attention in that backfield by that Rocky defense.
2nd down and 9, and they'll stay with 2 backs, 2 receivers. Hoffman out here on the right side. Man in motion is Feistamel again. He'll stay in the backfield. Handoff, play action, and they'll drop it off underneath as the tight end gets it inside the 5 towards the pylon, and down at the 1-yard line with the reception is Nate Sander.
Saw a lot of that when Eastern Oregon came to town. They had the same plan as Rocky did. Not going to let the running game beat you. Tech struggled for a while, but then they started just running a little play action off the RPO game and leaking Sander and Lafayette and company out into the flat. Sander kind of uncovered there. Nice throw and catch.
Sander with his 14th catch. Hoffman will take it under center. Counts the deep back. Counts will get the carry. Counts gets down toward the goal line, but he is going to come up short. Boy, that was a great fill by the linebacker on that far side, coming in and making the stop. And I believe Mason Price was there, a defensive end, to get Counts from getting across the goal line.
One thing I noticed last week when I was watching the game streamed, the Carroll announcers must have had a different roster than we did. and they list counts at 2 1/4, and that makes a little more sense than the 185 that we saw on the Tech roster.
Counts trying to get to the edge. He's not going to get there again. Blake Counts is taken down to the 1-yard line. So Counts with back-to-back carries, unable to get in right now. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Digs. No change in personnel.
I still think offensively you've got 2 downs to get this. Last game of the season. Certainly you're gonna kind of trust that offensive front, but I would still expect to see Counts here in the next 2 snaps.
Counts, nope. Quarterback going to keep it himself, and getting in is going to be Jet Campbell. He'll skate across the goal line. Campbell will kick it across. That's his 6th rushing touchdown of the year, and Montana Tech scores on their opening possession.
Well, after begging for it for about a dozen plays in our last broadcast here, they finally let Campbell keep it on the zone read, untouched around the right side for an easy score.
So Campbell gets in for the 6. Montana Tech with 2 big passing plays as they get on the board first. 6 offensive snaps. They go 75 yards for the score. And the kicking unit is in for the PAT. The kicking unit's 4 PATs and field goals was not exactly their friend a week ago, and they get the PAT up and through. And Montana Tech goes up 7-0. The Digs up over the Battling Bears. Frontier Conference action. KBOW, we're back here after this 1-minute timeout. Later. Low line drive kick will get out of bounds at the 4. So Rocky will get good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So they'll bring it out to the 35. So the Battling Bears offense will come out and get ready to roll here. Kind of a guessing game a little bit offensively still here for Rocky. They have run a lot of players through offensively and defensively. I would assume we're going to see Cam Brown to start at quarterback. Brown has 65 pass plays. Korf is the other, and Korf not listed on the roster as far as the starting depth charts, but it looks as though that is who we're going to see. Korf was warming up, so Drew Korf will start us here, a junior out of Boise.
Another one you'll notice on that roster is Nathan Dick, the outstanding quarterback from their state championship team a couple years ago. Spent a year with the Grizzlies and transferred to Rocky.
One back, Korf will throw on first down. Downfield, pass complete to midfield. Big hit delivered, but a nice pass play and a gain of 16 on first down.
And that's Overton over there, Lucas Overton, his 64th catch on the year. Having an outstanding year. I think he's 7th in the country in receptions on the year, but Overton, there's a name we've called out for many years there at Rocky, an outstanding receiver, a tough one-on-one cover.
And he is still a junior. We'll continue to talk about him. 1st and 10 on the Montana Tech side of the field. Hand off to Sparks. Sparks spins across the 45, down to the 44. That's going to be a gain of 5 for that young man. So Sam Sparks, the senior out of Senior, will pick up 5. He's another one we certainly have talked an awful lot about through his career at Rocky. He is listed as a senior, and I was going to say, I thought he had straight out of high school. He got right into the offense. 2nd and 5 here for the Bears, and a full house backfield, and actually they're going to switch up greatly here as they're going to run 2 receivers right, 1 here to the near side. Coach Morrell running down the sideline calling for help. Handoff is going to go to Sparks. He'll get hit hard and lose a yard as he runs into Carter Myers. Carter Myers having an insane season. Tackle number 82 on the year for him, and that's tackle for a loss number 15 on the year.
As good at the inside backer position as anybody in the conference or maybe in the country. Carter Myers, that time coming off the left side, got his attention, his helmet to the line of scrimmage, came across the line, read the inside zone and got flattened out and chased that play down from behind.
3rd down and 6. Drop it back. Korf. Crossing route is complete. And depending on the spot, they're going to get 1st down yardage down to the Montana Tech 37-yard line. Great pitch and catch that time as they got it out there. And with the reception was Overton again.
Good coverage again that time. Damari Morris man-to-man with Overton, but quick slant and a real well-thrown ball. Morris was in great position, but really well thrown.
Korf dropping back, swings it out to his back, and Sparks trying to find the edge. He'll get 1 positive yard before Schweikert come up and gave him the bump out of bounds, and they're going to say he hit him out of bounds.
That was Jacob Clark, actually, and I do not agree
After the
with
play,
that play.
personal
Sparks
foul, late
turned
hit
the
out of
corner,
bounds. Defense number
and
53.
He's trying to pick up extra
15-yard
yards
penalty.
in that last
First
yard
down.
of field there on the sideline. I think Clark makes contact with him in play, but they're going to call a late hit out of bounds, but fairly harmless. I mean, it wasn't like Clark got into him, grabbed him, and threw him to the sideline. It was just an impact bump at the sideline. They give him the 15-yard penalty. I do not agree with that call.
So the penalty comes all the way down to the Montana Tech 21-yard line. Korf out of the shotgun again. Sparks in the backfield, 4 receivers. Blitz coming. Korf stands looking for the deep shot, and that's going to go sail to the back of the end zone, incomplete. As they were in a foot race down the sideline that time. Montana Tech secondary is Drake.
Looked like
And
Overton tried to double move Drake, and as he double moved, Drake was in good position, stayed on top of it, and he had to try and get around Drake, ran into him, and was forced out of bounds.
Drake still wearing that huge cast on his left hand. 2 receivers each way here for Korf. As Drew Korf, the quarterback, in now. 2-step drop. Korf looking left the whole way. Passes up and led too much. That one's going to fall incomplete. His intended target that time was Coffey.
Yeah.
Reed Coffey, a freshman out of Arizona, the intended target.
Yeah, he's in the inside slot. They tried to run good old China stop route on the outside, and him covering it with a flag route, corner route, and May was all over it.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down here for the Battling Bears. 2 receivers each way for Korf. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Montana Tech showing blitz.
And they're going to bring heat, no doubt about it.
Boy, they have blitzed a ton this year, all year. And you can expect it here. Korf out of the shotgun, heavy pressure coming. He stands looking downfield, one-on-one, over the shoulder, caught and bobbled. Nope, they'll say incomplete. Couldn't hold on to it that time, was Holden Ryan. Ryan bobbled it all the way to the ground. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Great coverage that time out there. Was it Tucker Routhie in coverage?
Tucker Routhie, yep. Holden Ryan, they tried to get him on the fade route from the inside slot that time, and Routhie was in pretty good shape. A real well-thrown ball. Ryan just could not control it. It's good to see Holden Ryan back on the gridiron. He started his career, I believe, with the Montana Grizzlies, and just wasn't a good fit. He was in and out of college and in and out of football, the former Billings Central standout, but it's good to see him back on the gridiron.
37-yard field goal attempt is up at plenty of leg and knocks it through. So the kick is up and good for the Battling Bears, and they get on the board as Riley Garrett kicks it through. And the Bears are on the board. Montana Tech leading 7-3 here in the opening quarter. Frontier Conference action. KBOW with a timeout on the field. We'll take one. We're back here to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute timeout.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Every time I meet an Oredigger, there's a natural bond, a natural connection, and every one of us have a sense of pride about where we came from, and it's...
We're back here once again at Bob Green Field as the Digs leading 7-3 over the Battling Bears. The Bears put together a nice drive, got a couple big penalties, and were able to get 3 points on the board as Montana Tech leading 7-3. Both teams scored on their opening possession. And Montana Tech's offense ready to roll once again here.
Yeah, Tech buckled down really well defensively there after given up, a couple decent gains, and then the late hit out of bounds penalty, but buckled down and forced the field goal try. Credit to Rocky for executing the field goal, but good defensive series to start this game by that Tech defense.
So the Wind knocks the ball off the tee the first time. Wind, boy, it feels like it'll come in really hard and then it'll back off for a little bit. It's not sustained as of right now. We'll see if that changes as the day continues. Right to left across the field. And the onside attempt does not travel 10 yards. It traveled 3.
And it hit one of the it had a first touch about 5 yards downfield by the Rocky cover team, but that's
the ball was
kind of your all-time
by a
backfire
member of the
there.
kicking team at
Trying
the
to catch
40-yard
Montana
line,
Tech
first
off guard,
and 10
last game of the
from
season.
the 40.
Try the onside kick after your first touchdown, and kaboom.
Yeah, they. I mean, you've got to try something. Certainly, as we mentioned, Rocky comes in, new head coach. They coming off a year that played outstanding a year ago, and certainly long memories. Montana Tech. We talk about Carroll knocking Tech out of the playoffs last week. You might remember Montana Tech effectively did that to Rocky. It really changed their structure a year ago when Tech went down and beat Rocky in Billings last year to end the season. First down and 10, Montana Tech with the ball at the Rocky 40-yard line. Man in motion comes into the backfield. Full house, counts, play action. They want to throw. Downfield, looking to the sideline, complete as Will Hunthausen with a catch. As Hunthausen there is tripped up about 6 yards out of the line of scrimmage. That one comes down to the 24-yard line, so Hunthausen with a catch. That'll move the chains for the Digs.
Really good execution, just a deep sideline, but Hunthausen was really well covered. Isaiah Schlegel there, but Hunthausen did a nice job of staying on his feet. A lot of contact downfield. He looked like he got tripped up a little bit, but stayed composed, received the ball for the catch.
First down and 10 here for Montana Tech at the Batlin Bear 23-yard line. Man in motion. They fake the fly, hand off to Counts. Counts has a lane. Counts across the 20, gets to the edge. Counts at the 15, Counts at the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Blake Counts, he'll go good for 16. Blake Counts, again, the true freshman.
Good design that time, taking the other back. Tyler Folks in the fly motion. Play action to him in the backfield, getting a little linebacker play, a little widening, linebackers on their heels, and then the inside give to Blake Counts with some room to run for a change here early in this game.
First and goal for Montana Tech as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 7:30 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 7-3. Change of formation. They'll put 2 receivers left, one to the right. Tight end in motion. And rolling the pocket right, looking downfield, and in trouble. Campbell just gets rid of it. He throws it out of the field of play. So nothing looking downfield that time as Campbell rolled the pocket right. He was looking for Hoffman, well defended in the end zone, so he just throws it away, gets another shot here at 2nd and goal.
Mason Price, once again, coming off that right defensive end. A lot of pressure on Campbell from the backside. And, what a great luxury it is to be able to roll out of the pocket, just pitch the ball out of bounds now, and not get the grounding penalty. You could see Campbell looking, and then he just kind of jumped in the air and flinged it out of bounds like, all right, 2nd down, here we come.
2nd down and goal from the 7. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 left. Hoffman split wide right. Caprera in the slot. They're going to run fly motion, handoff this time. Folks has a lane. Folks gets hit hard at the 4. Boy, that's a nice play defensively. As coming in to make the big hit defensively was Woods. Devontae Woods, the DB. That looked like Folks had easy points, and Woods just stood him up.
Woods did a nice job. He's in man coverage against Trevor Hoffman there to start that play. And so, Hoffman tries to run him to the back of the end zone, but he got his eyes up, and the communication on the field, to run or wide. Woods is able to come up and make a hard hit on Folks.
2 backs. Counts is back there. They're going to drop a 3rd back as Caprera comes in as the deep back now. They fake the pitch to him. Campbell rolls out. He has him backside, and Campbell just gets rid of it. He didn't see Caprera. There wasn't a soul anywhere near Caprera. If he'd have just thrown it to the backside, they would have had easy points. And that just does not go, so that's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks as though the field goal unit will come in.
You could see Campbell when he rolled out of there. Ultimately, he wanted Hoffman. And Hoffman was really well covered there, so he was kind of scrambling, thinking, you could see his brain working. Where do I go now? Where do I go now? And you're right, he had the play action guy Kylie Caprera on the backside, but he's unable to get his eyes back there.
A 27-yard attempt. The kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is through. So Montana Tech will put 3 on the board as Cody Gagnon kicks the field goal through. And
Timeout.
Montana Tech stretches
Media.
their lead back
The
out
second
to
media of the
7.
first quarter.
10-3 our score.
Good to see good execution there. You know dang well that PAT field goal group got a lot of work this week.
That they did. And we have a timeout on the field, so we'll take one. Montana Tech leading 10-3. We're back here to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute timeout.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here. When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared.
We are back here
that
once
I
again to
have
Bob Green
my
Field. Let me
advisors
grab
and
a sip of a tasty beverage. 6:19 left to play here in the first quarter. Montana Tech leading 10-3. Right now, the Digs have run 13 offensive plays for 110 yards. Campbell is 4 of 6 for 92. Hoffman has 2 catches for 66. Hunthausen has 1 for 17. Blake Counts 5 carries for 16 yards.
I think as this game progresses, one thing they're going to, one message they're going to get from up top, in the coaching booth is you're seeing a lot of one-on-one coverage and really no help, especially with a guy like Trevor Hoffman. You like your chances there. 6'5", good feet, good hips, can get open, can get separated. I would expect Montana Tech, as this game progresses, if Rocky sticks with a similar defensive strategy, saying Blake Counts isn't going to beat us, they're going to go. They're going to go to Hoffman more.
Montana Tech tried to answer the onside kick attempt, rolls across the 45, and Rocky gets on it.
It might have been a better surprise had Rocky not tried their onside kick on the previous kickoff.
So Tech tried the same thing. Rocky will get the football on short field. 6:19 left to play here in this opening quarter. And Rocky will start with good offensive field possession. They've run 8 offensive plays for 27 yards. Korf right now is 3 of 6 for 22 through the air. Sam Sparks has 2 carries for 5 yards.
That's one of those, during your week of preparation in the coaching booth, that's one of those things that says, after our second score, we're going to onside kick it come hell or high water. And there goes your onside kick try.
1st and 10, Rocky. And we have a delay of game to get started. So
Offense
a delay of game
4.
against Rocky will
5-yard
back him
penalty.
across the 50.
Still first down.
So a delay of game penalty here to get this offensive series rolling for Rocky. Again, they have 1 offensive possession thus far. They got a field goal out of it. Korf out of the shotgun. 4 receivers here for the Bears. Montana Tech showing blitz. Here it comes. Korf stands in the pocket. Korf in trouble. Korf drops it off, bobbled and dropped. That's a rare drop there, as Carter Gargio was there, the intended target.
That's his dad will be happy to know you pronounced his name right. Carter Gargio, a 6'1", 185-pound Billings senior redshirt freshman. My last career smoker at Montana Tech down in Dillon was against Scott Gargio, Carter's dad, in the ultimate pillow fight.
2nd and 15 as they run the screen, and Montana Tech just sniffs it out. Nice job defensively there by the Digs as Chuck back in wearing that 57.
You bet.
Great to see him back out and just battling here for the Digs.
Good read off the pass rush, getting changed around, retracing his steps to the the boundary side of the field, erasing the screen. Yeah, but we had a good laugh about that in the tailgate. Got to see. I haven't seen Scott Gargio since that. I don't believe since that night we fought. And yeah, it was a great revisit. But it's good to see him. And
I would like everyone to know that you used air quotes when you used the term fought.
Yeah. I mean, J.P. Gallagher was running the smoker down in Dillon. He was at Western and running their Letterman's Club. and he paired us two together, and neither one of us really wanted to black and blue each other or anything like that. But yeah, we always get a good chuckle out that. It was a real pillow fight. Nobody really went for the kill.
3rd down and 15, and Montana Tech's defense called the timeout. I mentioned good to see Koladaychuk back. He, really was the kind of the linchpin of this defense in the first couple weeks, and then got injured. And talking to Coach Morrell here, over the last month and a half or so, it was always the question of is he back or not? Is he back or not? Well, he's been dressed. He's been out there a little bit. But Koladaychuk back out there defensively for Montana Tech.
Well, he didn't really start the year playing a lot in that defensive front, but he earned his stripes as the year progressed and really became an impact player on that defensive front. And then bang, he was down with an injury, missed a couple big games. I mean, they could have used his services in a couple of those games, but he's back now and healthy.
3rd and 15, dropping back, looking to throw, blitz coming, and scrambling right downfield. That one's going to be incomplete. As, Korf just trying to find some footing, looking downfield. Pressure coming. He throws it downfield, incomplete. Carter Myers was hounding him, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 15.
Great job by Matthew Drake. He's in man coverage against their leading receiver, Lucas Overton, all the way across the field. Drake stayed step for step, a half yard above him, crossing the field, and that's kind of what Korf was waiting for there, was that late drag route, but Drake never gave him any daylight.
4th and 15. The punting unit is in for Rocky. Montana Tech showing pressure. Long snap count. Snap is a little low. The punter able to get it and drives it. Fair catch called for by Alec Woolley Steele, and he'll bring it in at the 13. So Montana Tech's offense will get another go here. I mentioned Montana Tech has blitzed a lot, and Korf saw a lot of pressure in that series right there. Holy man.
Yeah, and I will guarantee – I shouldn't guarantee, but don't be surprised that Montana Tech takes a shot here. They're getting a little single high safety, but a lot of kind of zero-man coverage, a lot of attention in the backfield to this Montana Tech rushing attack. And as good as Montana Tech has been rushing the football this year, they've probably got the conference's top receiver, if not, one of the top two in Trevor Hoffman. And you can look right now. That is man-to-man coverage. I go with my number one guy.
Out of the shotgun, looking to throw. They're looking at Hoffman. The ball is batted. Campbell, as he cocked it back to throw, it was knocked out of his hands. It went to the ground at the 5-yard line. Montana Tech does get it back, but boy, that was great work from the left defensive end, coming through, knocking that ball away from the quarterback as he was trying to throw that football.
Yeah, he was cocked, and Campbell got that ball a little low when he was cocked, but he was trying to look off safety to the left and come back to the deep sideline to Hoffman here on the right. But a heady play by the pass rush of Rocky Mountain College. Got a flipper in there and got that ball tipped away. Lucky for Montana Tech to get on top of it.
Yeah, Mason Price was back there defensively. 2nd down and 17 after the loss of 7. Handoff going to go to Counts. Counts picks his way across the 5 out to the 9. That's going to be a gain of 4. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 here for the Digs. 4:35 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 10-3.
Rocky's getting a little pressure, what they would call pressure on Campbell. Safe passing game here. I would look maybe for some kind of a 10-yard curl or stop route out of their number one receiver to the boundary side, or back screen. We've seen Montana Tech start to mix in a little bit of back screen the last couple weeks. Wouldn't be a terrible spot for it here.
Count stays in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right here for Jet Campbell. Campbell going to roll the pocket right. He's seeing pressure immediately. Now he pulls up, wants to throw downfield. It comes out wounded and is picked off at the 35-yard line. Intercepted at the 35, the return to the 30. And then a pile there is with the interception is Devontae Woods. Campbell, when he threw that, it just came out wounded. And Woods gets the interception. He's had a nice first quarter here for the Battling Bears, and they will get the pick. And that's something that hasn't gone their way much here as Rocky comes in -13 in turnover margin, where Montana Tech is +12. So they'll get one back in the positive side here for the Battling Bears.
Real poor decision that time by Montana Tech quarterback Jack Campbell. He sprinted the corner and actually got it, but he kind of threw back against the grain, running away from his right arm throw and really fluttered a ball. It was kind of a fair catch special there at the 30-yard line.
Battling Bears 1st and 10 at the 30. They're setting up, the way Tech got so much pressure. I thought there was screen. Carter Myers was back there also.
should get illegal man downfield. You don't get it, but Rocky right offensive guard, number 62, Craig Sowers he was 6 yards downfield, and that ball did cross the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10. Korf out of the shotgun. One back. Great field position at the Montana Tech 30. Sparks gets the carry. Sparks, he'll get 2, maybe 3 yards before he is gang tackled. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for the Bears. As again, Carter Myers was there. And also Jacob Clark defensively. Long 3rd down here for the Bears. The Bears come into this 35% on the 3rd down this year. Montana Tech's defense has been awfully good on 3rd downs. So 3rd down and 8 out of the shotgun. Korf, 3 receivers, tight end releases. Crossing route, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Jacob Clark got a paw on it. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice job. Yeah, get those hands up. Run your stunt. They ran a stunt package, filled it with linebackers behind. Clark quickly recognized it was 3-step drop. I'm not going to get to the passer. Next thing I do is get my eyes up and my hands up, and he got that ball knocked away.
So 4th down and 8, and the field goal unit will come in once again. Riley Garrett was good the first time, and this one will be placed right at the 35-yard line, dead center of the field with wind right to left. So a 45-yard attempt for Garrett. Rocky looking for another field goal. Snap is low. They're able to get it away. Plenty of leg. It's up, and he knocks it through. Nice job by the holder digging that one up out of the turf, and Riley Garrett kicks the field goal through. Rocky Mountain College with their 2nd field goal here in the opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 10-6.
Yeah, it was a nice job by the holder. That ball was essentially rolled back to him, stayed composed, got the ball placed down. Garrett did the rest, but a good-looking field goal try, and hats off to that Tech defense again in sudden change on the turnover, forcing a 3-and-out and a field goal attempt.
I believe Lucas Overton is the holder in that scenario, and he did a great job. That ball skipped to him, and he was able to trap it and get it placed, and that field goal up and through. So the Bears will kick off here to the digs. Again, thanks for joining us. Frontier Conference action, KBOW Butte, Saturday afternoon, the final week of the regular season. Montana Tech's offense will get another go here. Rocky has run 12 offensive plays, 27 yards. Montana Tech's offense, 16 offensive plays for 108. Jet Campbell with 1 interception thus far, 92 yards throwing the football. Rocky approaches, long run to kick off. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 2, so Montana Tech will bring the football out to the 25.
Yeah, they wanted to take a shot with Hoffman on 1st down last series, and that kind of blew up in their face, got the ball tipped away from the quarterback and lucky to get the fumble recovery. We'll see how they start this series. If they maybe look to do a little play-action pass or just go back to that ground game that's got them, right now to a 7-3 record, or 6-3, excuse me.
3:04 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 10-6. Their offense comes back out. 1 turnover so far here in the opening quarter. Blake Counts, 6 carries, 21 yards. He's in the backfield with Jet Campbell. Rocky brings 4 up to the defensive front, showing blitz from the bottom side. As looking like he's going to come as McCafferty, the linebacker. Hand off to Counts. Counts goes left. Counts with a stiff arm across the 30 out to the 32. That's going to be a gain of, well, initially it looked like the gain there. They do put it down. As I say, looked like the official was going to mark him down at the 29, but they do bring it across to the 31, so a gain of 6.
Yeah, it didn't look real pretty, but with the attention at the line of scrimmage out of this Rocky defense, 6 yards is nothing to sneeze at. You stick with that kind of plan.
And we're going to get some motion on the right side of the defense as they got into the neutral zone, it looked like initially. We'll wait for the call out of our white hat.
Offsides. Defense number 14.
You get the sense, the
5-yard penalty.
The encroachment where they come across and the offensive lineman, they draw him and jumps. It's like the offensive lineman's shot at glory during the game. Yeah, they get to point.
Where they can point.
Yeah, it's their chance to talk a little smack in front of everybody why the play's dead.
2:30 left to play here in the opening quarter. 1 back at home. Montana Tech 1st and 10 at their 36. Campbell rolls the pocket right, looking downfield. He's forced to sprint. He's in trouble. Ball comes out. Rocky strips it away. Campbell lost it. And Rocky will get the football. Is getting the sack and the football was Mason Price. Price creates the turnover. And that's the 2nd turnover of the 1st quarter. And now we have a flag out. And it's going to go against Tech. So Rocky's going to get better field position.
Yeah, I think that flag's going to come at Copeland. He had some words to say down there as he was walking off the field. But Jet Campbell isn't in bad position there. Grant
After the
Benz
play,
is leading out. He's got the end
conduct.
reach. And I
Montana
think Benz
Tech
got to a
number
point,
70.
he got reached
Half
so
the
well
distance
that
to the goal.
he
That is
released and
number
went
70's
second
first
level,
penalty
where
towards
whoever
disqualification.
Grant Benz was reaching there came up on Jet Campbell and made the play and got the ball stripped away.
Personal foul against Benz, the unsportsmanlike John afterwards. So what was great field position is now even better. Rocky gets the strip football. They'll take over just outside the 10-yard line of Montana Tech. So sudden change here as Korf out of the shotgun. Korf, play action, wants to throw. Crossing route, caught, touchdown, Battling Bears. Coming down with that football is going to be Holden Ryan. Ryan will get the touchdown, and the Bears grab the lead.
Yeah, that's just a slant off the inside slot. And three-step drop, tough to get any pressure on Korf there. Really, really well-delivered ball, and Ryan made just enough separation to make the catch.
That's a well-delivered football by Korf. And the Battling Bears go up 12-10 over Montana Tech. So the kicking unit is in for the PAT. Snap and hold are good. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Battling Bears, with 10 points off of 2 Montana Tech turnovers, they lead 13-10 over the Digs. Frontier Conference action here on KBOW. Take a quick timeout. We are back with Montana Tech's offensive possession after this 1-minute timeout.
I'm Ron Layton. This job has afforded me the opportunity to travel, been around the world 3 times. And what I learned at Montana Tech helped me at the White House, helped me everywhere that I've been. Being a digger means to me that you've got an unusual sense of perseverance. Many times in life you find out that your greatest breakthroughs come after your most difficult struggles. And that's what I got from Montana Tech. Montana Tech was my solution.
Rocky with the kickoff. They lead 13-10. And the kickoff fielded in the end zone. So Montana Tech will take the touchback. So right now, Montana Tech out of character. 2 turnovers here in the first quarter. And Rocky with 10 points off of those turnovers.
This is where your leadership tested. Couple turnovers. See maybe just a little bit of dissension, an unsportsmanlike penalty, all those things. This, you regroup down here. This is where leadership kicks in. And it's usually offensive front, guys. Just go out there and say, let's settle down. Let's get back to what we're doing and what's been successful here. But, I think, I said in the break to you, I think Jet Campbell in a couple of these downs has maybe tried to do a little too much. We saw the interception, and in that case, the fumble. He's just waiting a little too long to get rid of that football.
1 back, 4 receivers, and a delay of game. So both teams with the delay of game.
After
a kickoff.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
So a delay of game against Montana Tech. Feels like this year we've seen a lot of delay of games at all levels.
We saw it
in
last
high school,
night.
high school here, that's just weird, especially late in the year. 1st and 15 out of the shotgun, Jet Campbell. And Hill's looking to his right side, has time, looking downfield, pass overthrown. He was looking for the true freshman out of Flathead in Anthony Jones, and that one will sail incomplete, 2nd and 15.
I actually think, that was corner route over a stop, the old China scheme here. I actually think he had McCamley for the stop route, but it's almost, to me, like Campbell was set in his mind where he wanted to go with that ball from the snap.
2nd and 15 here for the Digs. They'll change out multiple personnel. Hoffman goes wide left, Caprera in the slot. Campbell dropping back, looking like they're going to set backside screen. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. That's a great play defensively, as getting up and knocking that one down was Paul Sutton. No, excuse me, wrong side of the roster.
Adam Ames, I believe.
There you go. That or Shane Larson.
Ames, a 6'3", 205-pound freshman out of Pocatello. They did a nice job of sealing the kind of the screen play side there, but yeah, Ames recognized that. What did we talk about Clark a couple series ago? Recognizing you're not getting to the quarterback, get your eyes up and hands up and get a ball knocked away.
3rd and 15 here for the Digs. 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun. Dropping back, looking to throw. Campbell has Hoffman. Hoffman down to the 40-yard line. He gets stood up and delivered at the 43. First down yardage out to the 43-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 22, and that will move the chains for the Digs. Catch number 3 on the day for Trevor Hoffman.
If you consider the player and the situation, it's hard to believe that he can get that open and that completion could look that nonchalant. But a great job of body position by Hoffman, a real well-thrown ball that time by Campbell.
2 backs, 2 receivers. Handoff will go to Blake Counts. Counts gets away from the first level across the 45. Still pushing the pile out to the 48, near the 49. Great strength by Counts and his offensive front as they push that all the way out to the 49-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7.
Trust your scheme. Trust your week's work. You know, you could see it on tape. It's part of the game plan. It's not always going to go for, 5, 6, 8 yards. But, that's just Montana Tech's success throwing the ball is via the play-action game. You've got to keep Counts involved.
Denton Wetherell, senior out of Idaho, walking gingerly to the sideline. He never went down, but the trainers came rushing out, and I'm not sure a guy that big actually ever goes down. He probably sleeps standing up. Denton Wetherell, 6. And hopefully he's all right as he goes to the sideline completely under his own power, but you could tell something's bothering him with his kind of way he's walking to the sideline.
Both teams respected the break, but it's like neither team wanted to take it.
2nd down and 3. Counts in the backfield, coming in motion, and they fake the fly motion, hand off to Counts straight ahead. Counts is awful close to first down yardage. Boy, they faked the handoff. Was just drilled as he got around the corner.
That was a nice defensive fill that time by Rocky. Defensive back John Tia, 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, coming in on the outside, the kind of the David blitz off the backside, and got into Countsman's legs and hips. Looked like he was going to get a first down, but a yard short.
3rd and 1. We've got to get whistles here. Everybody got started that time but the center. And the flags came late here. We'll see.
False start.
So
Offense,
false start.
6. 5-yard penalty.
3rd and 1, now
Still
3rd and
down.
6.
Tech has mixed it up a little bit, going with, I think it's redshirt freshman Carson Schumann there at left guard. Seeing the start and seeing the bulk of the action today, I think he was at Washington State, transferred back here, but I don't know if I played against his dad, but I certainly coached against him. Carson's dad, Bo Schumann, I don't know if it was I think he was a Western player, but
3rd and 6 out of the shotgun. Jet move Counts out into the flat left side. Counts continuing to go out. They're setting up screen, it looks like again. Now Campbell just fires it to get rid of it. Boy, there was incredible pressure. Yeah. Hoffman pleading his case that he was held.
They're trying to get Hoffman on the drag route. He's on the inside slot on the far side, and Hoffman makes a good case. He turns around to the official. His jersey is off his shoulder pads on his left shoulder, and he's just like, that's a defensive hold. They're not letting me get to where I want to go.
Hoffman still pleading his case with the official, so that's going to bring up 4th down on the incompletion, and Tech will be forced to punt it away. So Nunez back at the 31-yard line. Rocky leading 13-10 with 8 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Rocky with 10 points off of 2 turnovers. Rocky gets great pressure. Nunez booms it. Fair catch called for and caught at the 14. So nice punt by Nunez, but boy, Rocky got good penetration.
Yeah, really good punt, though. Unreturnable down inside the 15-yard line.
And we have 1 quarter in the books right now. Rocky leading 13-10. Frontier Conference Football, KDOW Buttes. We're back here to Bob Green after this 1-minute break.
All right, Digger fans, it's time for Dickey's Barbecue. Charlie Karaoke. Sing along as we get fired up for the second quarter.
Grit's something that I learned early in my family. It was a great part of the Montana Tech experience.
Grit makes me think about how Butte came about. It was built on the hard work mentality.
It goes back to just being a Montanan. There's a rancher, a farmer in everybody's family.
Grit is just part of life there.
Rolling up your sleeves and doing the work necessary.
And that's where grit comes in. Understanding where you want to do and really following the passion that you have in life.
Grit grows at Montana Tech.
I
think there's more than one thing that makes Montana Tech unique.
I think it's incredible. It's special.
I've always kind of thrived off the adventure
Hey, welcome
side of
back
things,
here once
the
again to
unknown.
Bob
There's no
Green
place I'd
Field,
rather
Frontier
be going to
Conference
school.
football.
Montana Tech.
Haskins' glasses are falling off his face. He is wearing 3 pair, though, so that's good. 15 minutes on the clock. Honestly, the tail of the tape in that opening quarter were turnovers. You know, big turnovers, costly turnovers for Tech. As 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception go for 13 points, or rather 10 points, I should say, for the Battling Bears.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call them great, you know, like a great defensive play or great hit turnovers. Kind of careless play, you know, in the 2 cases, or at least a couple cases out of Montana Tech quarterback Jet Campbell. And I like a guy who's trying to do a lot, you know, but sometimes you try and do maybe a little too much, and sometimes you just have to stop, take a breath, and live to see another down. And you know the interception was a poor decision, but you know, and then the other one, you know, a couple of the other tough plays he's had, he just held on to the ball too long.
Rocky Mountain College has 13 points on 40 yards of offense. They have 15 plays for 40 yards, and they lead 13-10. Montana Tech, 24 offensive plays, 130 yards of total offense so far in this first half. Rocky with the ball, left to right on your radio, getting this thing rolling, 14-yard line. Pitch and catch to the left side across the 20. First down yardage out to the 28-yard line is Overton with the catch. So the Bears will get a gain of 13, and Overton will add to his yards. As you mentioned, he came in with 63 catches, just under 800 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year.
I kind of feel bad for Jacob Clark. He's pursuing the play over there, and he has a chance to put a hit on Overton, but the last time he did it over there, he got penalized.
One back at home, handoff to Sparks. Sparks sees his first real lane. He's across the 30 to the 31.
Really good play that time by Clark. He met a lead blocker, got across him, got the lead blocker knocked down, and Sparks knocked down 3 yards downfield.
There's some chirping going on out here in the first half. Boy, it seems like every play somebody gets up chirping at somebody. 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun. And the fake handoff looking to Korf in trouble. He gets hammered. Ike Schweikert gets him. Korf wanted to look downfield, and the second he did, he saw Schweikert coming, so he drops. Schweikert will get the sack. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Great decision by Korf to get that head down. Schweikert was coming from the backside and had an absolute dream shot. Korf got down. Schweikert still got a good hit on him, but it could have been really messy.
13:48 left to play here in the first half. Rocky with the ball, leading 13-10. Korf, 3 receivers right, 1 to the lefts. Drew Korf, 6'2 junior out of Boise, changing the play. Play clock down to 6. He moves his tail back to the right side. Korf, crossing route, pass complete to his tight end. First down yardage across the 40 to the 42-yard line. With the reception is Andrew Simon, the sophomore out of Whitehall. So Simon, why did I think Simon went to play basketball somewhere?
Well, he might have. He was a multi-sport, really good player at Whitehall. I know that.
Korf will bounce it to the right side. We have a flag down as the handoff to the tailback out here on the near side with the carry was Colton Williams, and Williams will get
Holding
3, but
offense number
this
78.
one's going to come back 10.
10 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
13-12 left to play in the first half.
Simon's lineage, I believe, goes back to one of the plaques at the Mac Center there outside.
Okay. Boy,
something ski.
Oh, sure.
Last name. I thought you might know. I thought you knew all the Polish names in town, but
man, just because we end in ski, we're related. 1st and 20 out of the shotgun, 4-man rush coming. Korf fires downfield, complete. He'll get the penalty yards back. As a nice catch on by Overton again.
Overton's a really nice player. Yeah. He's over there one-on-one, and that's no easy task. He's matched up against Matthew Drake. Drake doesn't ever give you much breathing room and didn't there, but Korf threw the ball high. Overton went up strong and got it. Drake got into his legs, but a good, strong catch in one-on-one coverage by Lucas Overton.
2nd and 11. Korf dropping back. Slant route is tipped, and that one behind the intended target. Damari Morris got a hand on it. That'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, in man coverage, you don't get a lot of opportunities on them slant balls for an interception. Morris is squeezing the slant route that time, and knows he had a shot, not just at a pick there, but a pick 6, kind of kicking himself. But you got to refocus here. Damari, and live to see another down.
Third down and 11. Montana Tech showing blitz. Korf looks to the sideline for the play call. They're going to run 2 receivers right, 1 to the left here for Drew Korf out of the shotgun. Tech continues to show blitz. Here it comes. Korf has time. He's going to run the deep ball right side. Has a man overthrown, incomplete. As he was looking down for Holden Ryan downfield.
Yeah, offensively, that's a good decision by Korf. He's got Holden Ryan on Montana Tech safety Justin May. You have to like your chances there in one-on-one coverage. Tech brought pressure. Rocky gave Korf max pass pro, kept the tight end and the back to the play side for protection, and took a shot, just an overthrow.
One of Rocky's offensive linemen went limping off the field. 4th and 11. The punting unit is in here for the Bears. 12:22 left to play here in this first half. Rocky leading 13-10. Montana Tech with 2 big turnovers. And the punting unit is out. Roll-out punt. Line drive. Boy, well kicked. Hits at the 8-yard line, but rolls into the end zone, so a touchback will go for Montana Tech.
Yeah, good read that time by Alec Woolley-Steele to let that ball run down. He had a chance to maybe run over and field it, but he read the spin on the ball and just, that's the old cross of the fingers, land and lurch forward and jumped into the end zone.
Timeout.
So Montana Tech's offense will get another go here, and looks like we have a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here for now as Rocky Mountain College leading 13-10 over Montana Tech. The Digs, 24 offensive plays, 130 yards. Jet Campbell is 5 of 11, 114 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception thus far.
The main tail of the tape there, though, is Montana Tech had that 130 yards after the first 2 series.
There you go.
And hasn't really moved the ball since. So they've got to regroup offensively, get back to doing what you do, and start executing, playing smart, trustworthy football amongst your teammates. Not everyone's going to go for 6. I say that all the time, but on the grease board they work all the time, and on the field they don't necessarily work. So trust your scheme offensively, go out and execute.
According to the numbers, Hoffman has 3 catches for 88 yards. He came in with 910 yards, so he's sitting at 998 yards receiving on the year for Montana Tech. And on the ground right now, Blake Counts 9 carries for 36 yards. Tyler Folks only has 1 carry for 1 yard. Both those two have responded so well this year. When they both had a handful of carries before Jed Fike went out. But boy, when they were called to action when Fike went down with the ankle, they both have stepped up in such a big way, and they're completely different backs.
Yeah.
Folks is very fast. He has tremendous hip motion. He has great side-to-side move. And then Blake Counts obviously is a wrecking ball. At 225, he can hit the hole extremely hard. He is quick, and they really have done a nice job this year coming in with the injury to Jed Fike.
Where the responsibility becomes really difficult, though, is in pass protection, and that's where the number 2s, number 3s don't see a lot of protection opportunities, and so that's where a lot of the pressure lies.
Hand off to Folks in the backfield. His first carry here of the second quarter. He'll get a yard and nothing more as he tried to spin through the middle of that defensive front to no avail.
Yeah, 42, inside linebacker Nolan McCafferty, 6 foot, 225-pound redshirt sophomore out of Sheridan, Wyoming. Nice tackle in the hole. Looked a lot like Carter Myers on that play, just squaring up, one-on-one. This is my gap, my responsibility. Now execute the tackle.
He's had a nice first half here for the Bears. Change out a little personnel. Hoffman comes wide left, 2 receivers to the right. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun. Again, Jet 5 of 11 so far here in the first half. Blitz coming. Campbell stands, delivers downfield. Comeback route. Will Hunthausen out of bounds at the 39. Will Hunthausen gets his second catch of the day. The young man from Helena Capital will move the chains here for the Digs.
And Hunthausen, when he's healthy, he was banged up to start the year and has emerged more and more into the passing game and the thoughts of this Montana Tech offense. He mimics Hoffman quite a bit. Taller, lengthier target, good hips, good first step. He can create and separate also, so it's nice for Campbell to have that option on both sides of the football.
Trey Copeland for Montana Tech, limping to the sideline with help from the trainers. Not putting a whole lot of weight on his right leg, so hopefully Copeland's going to be all right. The sophomore out of Huntley. Another wee little thing, 6'3", 260.
Yeah, that will probably get Stauffer back in the. Yeah, Stauffer's walked back in there.
So back out comes the Montana Tech offense. 11:28 left to play here in this second quarter. As the Battling Bears leading 13-10. Orediggers with the ball out to their 39-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. out of the shotgun. Jet Campbell looking across the middle, has a man in Hoffman. Safety came over. That one's going to float incomplete. As a one-on-one, safety came to help, and that ball just over the head of Hoffman.
I still like the thinking, though. You're getting a ton of man coverage, whether they're single high or nobody there. You're still getting man-to-man coverage, and you've just got to like your chances with someone like Trevor Hoffman or Caprera or Hunthausen in one-on-one coverage. Safety or not, you got to like their chances to win that one-on-one battle.
One back at home. Jed Campbell out of the shotgun. Handoff is going to go to the tailback, and he has some running room across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. As a Montana Tech will keep it on the ground, Tyler Folks will get the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Better job of vision, seeing the hole off the right side. The wind back inside zone to the left. Folks cuts it back, sees a little daylight, and is able to expose that defense for 7 yards.
Tyler Folks, his second carry of the day. Montana Tech is 2 of 5 on 3rd downs today, and they have been very good on 3rd downs on the season. They come in over 42%. That number has dropped after the Carroll game. 3 receivers left. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun. He'll release Jones, who is lined up in the backfield. Bomber package is out. Campbell dropping back. 4-man pressure. Campbell in trouble. He's going to air it up downfield. Jones trying to come back. He in the corner fighting, and that one's going to fall incomplete. Good coverage out there as they were battling out on the wing. Campbell just let that one loose downfield, and that will bring the punting unit in here for Montana Tech.
Yeah, Campbell, felt a little pressure. That was one of those pressure situations where a step up would have did him a lot more of a service than trying to escape out the right side. He stomped and went right, nowhere to go, and had to get rid of the football.
4th and 3, and the punting unit is in here for the Digs. Nunez at the 32-yard line. Rocky will get the football back, leading 13-10. And the punt is away. It'll bounce at the 7 and roll through the back of the end zone. So the touchback will give the Battling Bears the ball back. They lead 13-10. Frontier Conference action here on KBOW. The Bears right now with 13 points on the board. They have 22 plays, 77 yards, and they have played with a very short field. And we'll see what we get here.
Yeah, you got to buckle down defensively. Your offense just, things aren't working. Seen bits and pieces of good offense, but haven't been able to stick series together here and really consistently move the chain. So more pressure on that defense to come out and get a 3-and-out.
Drew Korf out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 back. Korf, play action, he has a ton of time. Now he's going to step up and run. Korf trying to get to the edge, and he is hammered. Carter Myers takes him down at the 15-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5.
It's kind of funny, being a Tech fan, you see the quarterback escape there, and you think, somebody try and run him down. Carter Myers doesn't only run him down, but runs him down and just annihilates him at the 16-yard line.
Sag number 7.5 on the year for Carter Myers. 2nd and 15 here for the Battling Bears. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tech showing blitz. And here it comes. Korf in trouble. He gets away from a defender. It gets tipped, but still caught by Overton, who goes out of bounds around the 25. That pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Overton still able to reel that in. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Bears on a pickup at 10.
And Morris says he was crossing the field with Overton. It's almost like his eyes went back to the backfield, and he saw either a quarterback escape or a tip ball, and his eyes went off Overton just for a split second.
3rd and 5, Korf out of the shotgun again. He has 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Rocky comes in with 2 wins in conference, both over the lights of MSU Northern. They beat Dickinson in Dickinson as well to get the season underway. 3 receivers for Korf, 1 back at home. Korf stands in the pocket. Now he's going to run. He gets away from 1 defender. 1st down yardage. Cuts back. He's at the 35. Korf still rolling. He'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That's a great run and a pickup of 18 for Korf on 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, big excitement. Good scramble. He turned around and let that defense know about it, too. And trust me, the memory of that Montana Tech defensive secondary and linebacker core will remember the lip service they just got over there on that sideline.
So Korf scrambles for the 1st down. 1st and 10, Rocky at their 44. Korf wants to throw again. Stands in the pocket, delivers downfield complete across the 50. Montana Tech 45, and hammered out of bounds after a gain of 11 is with the reception is John Bass, sophomore out of Utah. Korf came in with about 300 yards rushing, so he certainly can get up and get downfield with it.
The protection hasn't been great, but it's been just good enough. Korf's able to go 1, 2, sometimes 3 in his check, in his pass checks, and is able to get rid of the football.
1st and 10, hand off to the tailback. He'll bust it across the 40 down to the Tech 37. So Rocky continuing to put together a nice drive here with the carry is Nagamalulu. No, excuse me.
Yep.
Sorry,
I'm not going to take a run at that last name.
I should have looked at it. I'm sorry.
I need a commercial break to sound it out.
2nd and 3, 3 receivers. 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Dropping back Korf. He's going to get hammered by Schweikert. Ball comes out. Backside sack as Schweikert just laid him out. The ball came out, and lucky enough, the tailback dove on it. That's going to be a loss of 8 on the sack as Ike Schweikert gets to him.
Good pass rush that time off Korf's backside. Never did see Schweikert. Schweikert got low, good hard hit, and the lift on Korf to get that ball knocked away.
3rd down and 10 here for the Bears. Ball at the Montana Tech 45. 3 receivers left here for Korf. Bears leading 13-10.
Looks like Tech's going to lay off this time and stay in coverage. Probably going to send 4 and let Myers, kind of spy the quarterback, but they got double safety help, man under.
Korf out of the shotgun, 3-man rush coming. Korf flushed out of the pocket to his right. He's in trouble. He'll just throw it away. So good pressure that time as Flynn got in the backfield. And that will bring up 4th down here for the Battling Bears at the Montana Tech 45-yard line.
Korf's trying to get a late hit, roughing the passer there, and it's almost like the official walked up and reminded him, it is tackle football, and you are going to get touched out here.
7:05 remaining here in this first half. Rocky will bring the punt unit out here. And they huddle up on the sideline. They'll sprint up. And the punter back at the Rocky 40-yard line. Alec Woolley Steele at the Tech 10. He's looking into a pretty significant sun. So Rocky's punt unit is in. 7:05 left to play here in the first half. And Rocky going to call a timeout. It was that or delay a game. And again,
timeout.
Boy, it was
Rocky
interesting
Mountain
when they
College.
went
This will
off the
also
field.
serve as a second media
The punt
timeout of the
team
second
met
quarter.
up at the sidelines and huddled, and they stayed in the huddle for a long time.
Makes you wonder if they were talking about a fake.
They certainly tried the onside kick earlier to no avail.
You never want any kind of change in your rhythm. A lot of times that will give away any kind of a fake call or anything that you have going on there. Maybe they just didn't feel too comfortable about it, but they're spending a lot of time on the sideline talking about something. Defensively, as a unit, you're screaming fake, watch the fake, reviewing quickly on the field what your fake assignments are, and not being on the field, you never know what kind of communication was going on there defensively for the Orediggers.
Frontier Football, KBOW Buttes, and again, it's senior day here for the Digs, final game of the regular season. And coming up at the half, we'll check in with head coach Chuck Morrell. He'll go through his seniors in his own words. 15 seniors and a busload of fifth-year guys graduating this year, and always a great conversation. So head coach Chuck Morrell will talk about his seniors coming up at the half, so you're not going to want to miss that. 4th and 10 here as the team's huddling up. Rockies had all the momentum right now. They have 112 yards of total offense. So far, Korf is 9 of 18. He has 80 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. On the ground, Sparks has 4 carries for 10 yards. Rocky has 32 yards rushing so far in the first half, and that's more than Tech. Tech has 15 carries for 23 yards.
Tech certainly down in this game, but it's not due to the efforts of the defensive side of the football. They've played outstanding football so far today. Offensively, they just have to get back in a groove, get a little rhythm, and start moving the chains.
Punting unit is in here. And the punter again standing at the 40-yard line. Woolley Steele looking into the sun for the return. And the knuckleball kick is away. And that one is going to land at the 6. The bullet is there to field it at the 1. Nice job downfield. The bullet is there. John Tia is there on the special teams play. So Montana Tech's offense will start inside the 1-yard line. That's a great punt and a nice job by the bullet to field that. So the Digs offense is a long way away from points here with 6:57 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, like I said last night in the Butte High broadcast, the goal isn't a touchdown here. The goal is a first down. Get out of the shadow of your goalposts and get your offense of some room to work. Looks like Two tight ends in the ball game, two wide, single back. We'll see what kind of running attack here, but I'd expect zone inside or left or right.
Counts, and they're going to throw as Campbell scrambles right, throws it downfield, and that one will go out of play. Throws it away to the sidelines. Jet Campbell looking to throw on first down that time. Brings up 2nd down and 10 here for the Digs. 6:51 left to play here in this first half.
I don't know if they were on the same page there. Campbell made a motion out of the end zone to Caprera over there on the sideline, almost like I was expecting you to hook up, 10 or 15 yards downfield for the sideline route. And now maybe they'll try the same thing and give Hoffman a try. They swap sides.
Yeah. Hoffman goes to the right. Caprera on the left. Ball just inside the 1-yard line. Counts the deep back. Campbell wants to throw. Blitz coming. Downfield. Hoffman double coverage. Hoffman tipped incomplete. 2 defenders out there in coverage that time. As, he had Schlegel on him defensively. Also out there once again defensively was Woods.
They kind of ran Hoffman that time on a post route and allowed the, kind of the lower level, the safety. He was inside 7 yards, but allowed him to bracket, between the hash marks. But if they keep that ball one-on-one outside the numbers, you get Hoffman one-on-one against Woods with no safety help, and I like your chances there a lot better.
3rd down and 10. 3 receivers, man in motion. Is a tight end. He'll stop on the end. Counts gets the carry. Counts bounces it left. He gets out across the 5-yard line, spinning to the 6. And that's as far as he is going to get. He'll pick up 4, nearly 5 on the carry. That'll bring up 4th down. And the punting unit will come in here for the Digs. So they put it in the air on 1st and 2nd down, run it on 3rd. And the punting unit will come in, and Rocky should get good field position with 6:30 left to play here in the first half. Nunez kicking into the sun here. Return man sets up at the Montana Tech 42-yard line. Snap a little low. The punt is away. Tight spiral by Nunez. Pushes him back. Diving for it at the 46-yard line.
That's the greatest diving catch I've ever seen made on a punt.
Reed Coffey lays himself out to get it. That was a great punt by Nunez. Tight spiral.
74.
And
that
he just booms it back to the Rocky 47-yard line. So the Battling Bears, there is a flag down in the end zone. What do we have going on here?
They can maybe get holding in the end zone, and thus it would be a safety. Correct?
Yeah. So the flag is down. I didn't hear the call. The way the Rocky sideline reacted, that had to be it, and that is it. They put 2 points on the board. I did not see the white hat make a call, but the holding penalty in the end zone gives Rocky the safety, so they put 2 points on the board. The Battling Bears up 15-10. The holding penalty in the end zone. Montana Tech has given up 2 safeties on penalties this year. That one, the holding penalty in the end zone, and then earlier in the year they had the intentional grounding in the end zone. So Montana Tech will kick it off here to the Battling Bears. So the Bears get the safety, and they will get the ball here, leading by 5, 15-10 over Montana Tech. So the Digs will put it down at the 20-yard line, and they will kick it off here to the Battling Bears. So all the momentum right now with the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. Montana Tech will kick it off to them. The final game of the regular season, Cody Gagnon gets him lined up, and he will kick it away. Line drive kick, end over end, floating left, fielded at the 24-yard line. The return across the 30, 35, head down to the 40, and hit hard at the 42-yard line. So the Battling Bears get 2 points out of it, so they get moved back 5 more yards from the punt.
Yeah, they gained, or they lost 5 yards, but gained 2 points on that exchange.
It's a pretty nice exchange. You'll take most of the time, I think. So the Bears leading by 5. And their offense will come out here. Once again, led out by Drew Korf. He's 9 of 19 for 80 yards on the day. The Bears, 112 yards of total offense so far today. 2 receivers on each side. Korf out of the shotgun. Tech brings 4 up defensively. Now they creep a 5th up, and now back off. Fly motion. They're going to run pass here on the near side. Complete. Well read. Nice hit delivered here on the near side by Washington, as the intended target making that catch was John Bass.
Yeah, Bass just a quick throw out, see what he can get, but Washington out of his back pedal, good reaction, stop right at the catch of the football.
2nd and 8 here for the Bears. One back for Korf. Korf will hand it off to his tailback, who gets hit at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for a gain of 2. Colton Williams with another carry.
Koladachek and Jesse Sims in on the tackle, defensive front. Koladachek did a nice job squeezing that down from the outside, not just forcing it, but making the tackle.
3rd down and 6 for the Bears. They're 3 of 8 on 3rd down here today. They lead 15-10 over Montana Tech.
Tech showing single high safety. We did see him go to a 2 high safety man under. We'll see if they don't bring a little pressure with the freed up guy here.
One back, 4 receivers, 5-man pressure coming. Korf delivers downfield, and that one's going to sail long incomplete, as he was looking for coffee that time downfield. So that's going to bring up 4th down, but there is a penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, hit to the
roughing
head.
the quarterback call
defense.
against Montana Tech.
15-yard penalty, automatic first
so
down.
So it just continues to rain on Montana Tech here in the first half. A roughing the penalty. What would have been 4th down will give the Bears 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So a roughing the penalty call. Remember, Korf was talking to the official about that earlier.
Yeah, so sometimes that lobbying on a play will get you the call the next time.
Korf, 3-step drop, stands in the pocket. Pass complete to Overton. Overton inside the 30 to the Montana Tech 28. And now a flag comes in from the back judge.
Yeah, no telling what this will be. A lot of times it's some kind of a coverage defensive hold. I didn't see much going on there, so this might be against the offense.
So White Hat will get the call, and we'll hear from him.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 11.
Wow, 2
penalty
personal foul calls this series for Montana Tech. That's their 6th penalty of the day for 65 yards. And Rocky will get even better field position down to the Montana Tech 15.
Tell you, you only have 2 timeouts and almost 5 minutes to go in this first half. It is not a bad idea for a timeout. Let your head coach down there get in the ear of your defense. Tell them to settle down and get composed.
Korf hands it off and just swarmed. Korf handed it off, and the tailback was just met violently in the backfield. As lining up back there with Sam Sparks this time through, and Sparks is going to lose 2.
That's Sims getting down from defensive line, getting a good push on the defensive front into that backfield, making the tackle.
2nd and 12. Tech showing pressure again. Korf has Sparks in the backfield. 2 receivers on each side here, clock running. 4:12 left to play in the first half.
Good chase here for a little safety help, but he's shallow. If you're Rocky, you're treating all this as one-on-one.
Hand off to Sparks. Sparks across the 15, down out to the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3, possibly 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for the Bears. That safety could be a big deal here. They lead by 5. If Tech holds them, if they get a field goal, that's an 8-point lead. Out of the shotgun, Korf looks to the sideline for the play call. Montana Tech had 4 guys on the defensive front. We'll see if they keep it there or creep another up. They bring 6 up. Now they show 4. Back off a little bit. Korf looking to his right. He has time. Korf now flushed. Korf inside the 10, 5, cuts back. He gets hit, taken down at the 1. Tucker Routhey made the stop, but not before Korf gets first down yardage to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they bracketed Overton that time. They had over-under on bracket coverage on Overton. Korf looked, didn't like what he saw, found in the escape route, stepping up in the pocket, and almost scored with the football.
1st and goal now from the 1 for the Battling Bears. Bears up by 5. They have really controlled the tempo with this first half.
Yeah, and they get the ball to start the second half.
That's it. So the Bears back out here. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Korf out of the shotgun, hand off to Sparks. Sparks tried to find some lane. Sparks will get in for the score. Sparks with a rushing touchdown. That's only the 4th rushing touchdown allowed by Tech all year. And Sparks will get in for the points. Rocky Mountain College goes up 21-10 here in the Mining City. So the kicking unit will come in here. Well,
I think we're going to see them go for 2.
Yep,
They're
they do
going to
move the
left
ball
hash.
out. Yep, they do. They move it out to the left. Good call. Thank you. They will change out some personnel here and go for 2. 21-10 our score. They're going to run 3 receivers right. 1 will go left. Korf out of the shotgun with Sparks with him in the backfield. He'll bring man in motion. Korf going to give it to him on the fly sweep. They want to throw into the end zone. It's up, and it will fall incomplete. And now flags. Washington was in coverage out there, as it looked like they were going for Holden Ryan.
Pass interference, defense number 21. That penalty
And
occurred
it will
in the
be
end zone.
pass
Ball
interference
will be placed at the
against
2-yard
Montana
line.
Tech.
Retry.
So they'll go half the distance and give him another go.
If Washington can somehow get his head turned, there's no call there. He's in good position, but his head's not turned. So as the receiver's fighting back to get to an underthrown football, it makes it an easy call for that official.
So out they come as they will go for it again. This time it looks like they're going to go as Overton will take the direct snap. Overton straight ahead, dives for the goal line, and he gets there. 2-point conversion is good as Lucas Overton takes the Wildcat, and Rocky puts 2 more on the board. The Battling Bears up 23-10 as they lead Montana Tech here in Butte, Montana. We'll take a break. We'll come back. The Digs will get it after this 1-minute timeout.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable. So I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here.
When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education.
Back here once again to Bob Greenfield as Rocky puts the touchdown on the board. 23-10. The Bears up over the Digs. Low line drive kickoff. Knuckleball fielded at the 8-yard line. Hunthausen across the 20. Hunthausen out to the 23 before he is stood up and delivered backwards. So the Digs offense will start out there. They have 155 yards of total offense. Now a late flag coming in.
You're going to get an unsportsmanlike. It just depends on whether it's going to go Montana Tech or at Rocky Mountain College.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Rocky Mountain College number 24. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. That is number 24's first penalty towards disqualification.
So that is penalty number 4 against Rocky here in the first half. We have seen a lot of 15-yard penalties so far here in the first half. Montana Tech's offense will get some room as the ball comes out to the 38 with 2:42 left to play here in the first half. Diggs, here they come out. Jet Campbell is 6 of 16 on the day, 133 yards, 2 receivers left, split backs in the backfield. Hoffman in motion, stops behind Caprera. Campbell in trouble. Campbell's pushed out of the pocket to his left. Campbell looking downfield. And a pass at Caprera's feet is incomplete. There's a flag down as Hoffman gets hammered again.
Yeah, that flag came before Hoffman got in his dust up.
Now we have flags everywhere. Boy, we talked about the idea of there was chirping real early in this ball game, and it has only...
I think this penalty sequence may start with a defensive hold on the Rocky secondary, and then the personal foul here afterwards with Hoffman and Woods getting in a little dust up at about midfield. No telling which direction that's going to go, and it may go both ways.
Yeah, and it looked like Caprera was the guy that got held on the offensive side. Caprera tried to come back and help out his quarterback, and I think that's where the hold starts. And then Hoffman, I think we're going to have both
During
sixes
the play,
get it.
Holding defense number 6. That 10-yard penalty includes an automatic first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. That is number 6, first penalty towards disqualification.
So it's only on the Montana Tech side. So Hoffman and Coach Morrell is fired up, obviously. So Hoffman gets the personal foul. It does not go to the Rocky side.
Hoffman's just a sophomore, but he's a big enough leader in this Montana Tech offense. Now he's really got to keep his composure. He's been held all day. That hasn't been a secret. And this whole Montana Tech receiving core has been frustrating with the hold in the secondary. A play in and play out, and you can see it. And that's what leads to a lot of these frustration-type penalties. And so you're just going to have to stay composed. One more, and you're done for the day. And half of next week, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
But there is no next week,
nope.
is there?
So 1st and 10 here for the Digs. And the ball comes back to their 33-yard line. So the 10-yard penalty for Tech, and then the 15-yard penalty brings it back. So 1st and 10, Montana Tech, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun here for the Digs. 2:33 left to play in the first half. Campbell dropping back, looking left to Hoffman. Hoffman downfield. The corner had 2 handfuls of his jersey.
Yeah, he's loose again. He's got the jersey off the right shoulder pad again, and he isn't tugging. That's almost impossible to do as a player.
Look at this.
To tug that off yourself.
I mean, they're putting it up on the big cam. If we get down here to Hoffman, look at the jersey hold there. I mean, he's pulling it way off his shoulder pads. So that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for the Digs. Ball at their 33-yard line.
You've got to get going here, Montana Tech. You're down 2. About 10 seconds on the play clock.
3 receivers right, 1 to the lefts. Campbell once again out of the shotgun. Play clock at 5. Campbell needs to hustle. Play clock at 2. Gets the snap, 4-man rush. Campbell looking right, airs it up for Will Hundhausen. That one's going to sail incomplete. Bring up 3rd down here for the Digs. So Montana Tech continuing to throw the football here. Jet Campbell is 6 of 18 on the day. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. They'll change out personnel. Caprera will come in. Hoffman in. Alec Woolley-Steele is out. And Sam McCamley is also on the field.
Yeah, ultimately, when you regroup here, this is the job of the quarterback, to get everybody in, get them composed, get them back on track, to start executing. And don't deal with all the other crap. Just go out and execute football plays.
Campbell, blitz coming. Campbell in trouble. Campbell escapes. He's going to run. Campbell across the 35, cuts back at the 40 to the 45-yard line. 1st down yardage, but a flag way out downfield.
Yeah, if it's way downfield, it's probably going to be in the secondary for either some kind of a defensive hold or something like that.
We'll get the call from the White Hat here. Penalties have been a big issue here in this ball game. They're 12 combined. And we'll see what we get from the White Hat here. 2:09 left to play in the first half. Montana Tech, the scramble by Campbell is good for 1st down yardage.
Defense number 28. That penalty
so it is a defensive holding that will be denied. So the penalty will be shrugged off. Montana Tech 1st and 10 at their 45-yard line. Jet Campbell with the scramble. 1st and 10 from their 45-yard line as a 23-10 lead for the Battling Bears. Campbell, 1 back at home, tight formation, 2 receivers each way. Campbell awaiting the snap, and we're going to get some contact at the line of scrimmage. And I assume, well, I'm not going to assume anything the way this has gone thus far. The White Hat comes out of the pile with our call here.
Offsides. Defense,
so
number
offsides
14.
against Rocky will bring the ball out to midfield.
Lots of time here. 2 times out, or times out. Sound like a 5th grader. 2 timeouts for this Montana Tech offense. Yeah, plenty of time to run whatever you have in the playbook here.
1st down and 5 here for the Digs. They stay in that same formation. And now Rocky will call a timeout. 1:53 left to play in the first half. Montana Tech trailing 23-10 with a timeout. We'll take one. We're back after this 1-minute break.
Since 1969, the Digger Athletic Association has successfully carried out its mission of providing student athletes with exceptional athletic and educational opportunities. It's a primary fundraising arm of Digger Athletics. The DAA raises over $100 million annually to support coordinator student athlete scholarship program, along with supporting coaches, programs, facility improvements, and also through management of fundraising and athletic events. In addition to the annual support, the last 50 years have seen multiple capital campaigns, including the Digger Turf, Stadium City, Digger Vision, scoreboard projects, along with the Project Green high school renovation. The next 50 campaigns seek to bring Oredigger success to the next level with visions of a new skybox, football operation buildings, and scoreboard jumbotron, and an increase in the athletic offerings
Excuse me. Welcome back here once again to Bob Green Field as I choke on my own tongue. I just got an update. Coach Brian Solomon of the Montana Tech ladies beat Carroll College in the second round of the volleyball tournament going on at Providence. So they'll advance into the championship game tonight. First down at 5 for the Digs. Campbell dropping back. Pass goes left. He hits his tight end out across the 40-yard line down to the 38-yard line as Nate Sander fighting for territory. So Sander will get across the 40 to the 38. First and 10 for him.
A rarity in this first half, catching Rocky Mountain College in zone coverage. And Sander doing a nice job out there, just stopping about 10 yards downfield. In that empty spot in that umbrella coverage, wide open for the completion.
Campbell out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. Jed Campbell is 7 of 19 on the day. One back at home is Blake Counts, and he'll get the carry here on first down. Counts across the 35, 30, 25, down to the 20-yard line, inside the 20, still on his feet to the 16, and it looks like that ball came out, and it did. Ball is stripped away, and Rocky gets it. The third turnover of the first half for Montana Tech, and Rocky will get the football down at the 15. They were wrestling that ball away from Blake Counts. They're able to strip it away before he gets to the turf, and Rocky will get the turnover down at their 15-yard line.
Got a flag down on the play on the far side. We'll see what it is.
So the officials will talk to both sides here for a minute. Blake Counts with a nice run, and you see that more and more as the years go on, where instead of taking him to the ground, hold on.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Rocky Mountain sideline. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal, first down.
So unsportsmanlike on the Rocky sideline, but they remain in possession of the football as it comes back to the 7-yard line.
I like what Counts did there. You know, he got some space and got upfield, but every once in a while, I mean, you just got to assume you're going to be tackled. You got to cover that football, lower your head, and blast the next guy as a running back that's going to try and tackle you. He was, he tried to side it, had that ball, cupped up underneath his right arm, ended up getting it peeled away.
Korf will hand it off to Sparks, I believe, in the backfield, and he'll lose 2 as the tailback runs into that wall of green in front of him. Rocky leading 23-10. They have 10 points off of 3 Montana Tech turnovers. And just a tough break there. Counts' first fumble of his collegiate career. He's been very sure-handed with the football.
See what happens here on second down. No doubt, if they stop him short of the first down mark here, Montana Tech will burn one of those 2 timeouts.
First down and 11. Korf out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on his left side. Handoff going to go to the tailback. Sparks across the 5 out to the 8. Out near the 10, I should say. That's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3. And it looks like Tech will burn a timeout. 31 seconds remaining here in this first half. Rocky leading 23-10 over Montana Tech.
Yeah, defensively here, if you're Montana Tech, I don't know that you bring pressure. I think you might sit back, rush 4, go to the man under 2 deep, that 2-man or cover 4, whatever you want to call it, and just hope for pressure here, get an incompletion or a throwaway. But you are in danger. Somebody as dangerous as Overton, if you send a lot of pressure and get him in man-to-man coverage, he's a threat to score from anywhere on that football field. And you've lost all momentum in this game so far. You don't want any kind of further momentum shift towards the Rocky sideline here before the end of the half.
31 seconds remaining here in the first half. Rocky with 35 offensive snaps. Montana Tech with 37 right now. And here come the Bears out on 3rd down and 7. They'll split 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And 1 back at home here for the Bears. They come in with 3 wins on the year, 2 in conference, 1 out of conference.
They're going to give them a little pressure, probably 4, and then maybe Schweikert from the top up there and leave Carter Myers and Clark in coverage.
Korf out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off again to his tailback across the 10 to the 12. It's going to be a gain of 2, and Montana Tech will call their final timeout. So 27 seconds remaining here in this first half. Montana Tech calls their final timeout of the half.
Timeout. Montana Tech.
Rocky will
be a 30-second
punt the football
timeout
away here. And Montana Tech with no timeouts. It'd be interesting to know where they're at as far as field goal vision today, kind of what they're comfortable with today.
Any wind is going to be helping Gagnon kicking the field goal. So I would imagine they will have to get somewhere inside the 35-yard line with this field for Gagnon to have a realistic shot at a field goal to end the half.
4th down and 5 here for the Bears. Punter will drop 3 yards deep. Alec Woolley-Steele just across midfield for the Digs. Rocky Mountain College leading 23-10 here on Senior Day in Butte, Montana. Awaiting the snap to the punter. Long snap count. And they're going to bring a man in motion to the right side. Still awaiting the snap here. Snap is away. Kick is away. Low line drive. And it goes off the right side. Was that partially tipped, you think? Or
No.
did it just okay?
He just tried a little running kind of a punch kick to keep it away from Woolley-Steele. And a little bit of a shank. Montana Tech's going to be in good shape here. 44-yard line going in. 22 seconds. So you figure you have a shot at close to 6 plays. Five plays anyway. 3-4 seconds of play. If they're first down yardage plays. You have to be ready to get to the line of scrimmage and punch the ball in the case that you do not move the chains. But, the distance here isn't out of the question either, the distance to the goal line. But you're thinking first and foremost, everything first down yardage.
1st and 10 from the Rocky 45-yard line. Jet Campbell, one back. He'll put out 4 receivers. Campbell, 4-man rush coming. Campbell stands in the pocket. He's flushed to his right. Campbell in trouble. And he is going to run now. Campbell cuts back at the 40, 35. He gets first down yardage to the 31. That'll stop the clock with 11 seconds, but it will start the minute they set the football in the chains. They still have not moved the chains. They snap it, and Campbell took a knee.
He punched it first.
Okay. So that'll bring up 2nd down here. 9 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ball at the 31-yard line of Rocky.
Yeah, and I don't know now if you necessarily have to position the ball. I don't mind it right hash with the wind coming out of the northwest. I don't mind it right hash, but you never know how a kicker feels.
Yeah.
But they're going to have a tough time trying to get anything to the goal line here. But they may be able to get a first down completion and a punched ball.
2 safeties back at the 8-yard line. Campbell dropping back, looking to throw. Stands in the pocket. He's going to throw it into the back of the end zone, and this one's going to sail out of play. There were 2 offensive players and 4 defensive players back there, and that one goes out of the field with 2 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, this is only a 48-yard field goal attempt, and I don't see Montana Tech's field goal team ready to go out and kick it.
Yeah, Gagnon's standing here on the sideline. And that is not going to happen. So it looks like the offense changing some personnel out here. They're confused as to what personnel should be out. And remember, they don't have any timeouts.
And you can't help but think of the problems they had with this unit last week going into the thinking on whether to try and kick a field goal here to end of the half.
Campbell in trouble, moves to his right. Campbell stops, fires, ball gets knocked out. And that's going to do it for this first half. He gets hit as he tried to throw it. So with 1 half in the books, the Battling Bears leading Montana Tech 23-10. Frontier Conference football, KBOW Butte. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll run you through the numbers in a few, but it is Senior Day as Montana Tech hosting the Battling Bears here. Earlier in the week, we had a chance to go up and check in with head coach Chuck Morrell, talk about his seniors in his words. We'll come back. He'll talk about his seniors, ladies and gentlemen. Head coach Chuck Morrell talking about his seniors at Senior Day after this 2-minute timeout.
One got up for this summer and one didn't.
Real simple. I mean, you can see how they
And one day Jordan had a nice little Jordan or Washington. I'm like,
So if it's opponents that are fighting and not each other.
Yeah, well, there might be some fights. They're playing horrible.
I thought it was only the one side foul, but it was off.
I didn't see what. My man.
Upsetting.
This is emotional. Scout Allen. Yeah, that play though when you punched it. That was.
I like.
Oh boy.
Honestly, you don't have any way to separate. It's so hard.
So like, a lot of people thought Quinn. Because that was Quinn, wasn't it? No. I had to zoom in. I'm like, 9. Yeah. Now those numbers are awful.
I told Larry, I'm like, they weren't on time. He was well, only wear one. I was hoping, I wanted to text him last night. I better.
They were the purple. They had our purple.
Jesus, where's mine? Good God, man. Jeez. The mac and cheese here. I mixed it with the chili, and it was the bomb. Nothing. No Vans. Vans. That's all my dumbass wears. Huh? No. Need a life. Oh.
Yeah, she got to varsity. She never got to play.
Hey, welcome back here once again to Bob Green Field. Again, my thanks to head coach Chuck Morrell for going through his seniors here for Senior Day as Montana Tech hosting the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. And the Bears have it all going their way right now. They came out, they had the momentum, taking advantage of Montana Tech turnovers. And, really, when you look at the numbers, they have 137 yards of total offense, but there's certainly a lot more to that story than the offensive numbers.
For Montana Tech?
For Rocky.
Oh, yeah. They're Rocky's come out with a lot of fire, and they've gained momentum as the game's gone on. Montana Tech's first two offensive series were dynamite, ending in a touchdown and a field goal, but really doing everything that they wanted to do on those series. But then, Rocky's buckled down and settled down. And, the emotion of Senior Day, I would think has maybe gotten a little more out of Montana Tech, from the dumb penalties, the unsportsmanlike type penalties that we've seen in the past always go against their opponents.
Yep.
And now they're falling on their shoulders. So in the locker room, your leadership has to step up and start playing with a brain, start playing smart football, inspired football, play to the whistle, and play with hustle and hit hard, but understand doing it in the framework of the rules of the game. And, Rocky's taken advantage a little bit of Montana Tech's, kind of emotional blunders and is kind of taking control of this game. And they get the ball to start the second half, so Montana Tech has to come out and set the tone. Either get a 3-and-out or a quick stop out of that Rocky offense, get the ball in their offensive hands, and get out and execute. And that's from tackle to tackle, to the tailback position, to catching the football, and especially from the quarterback play. Start going through your progressions, trust your offensive front, get your pass set, get your eyes downfield and not on the rush, and get the ball delivered on time.
Well, let's run you through the numbers. We'll start things off for Rocky right now. They have 137 yards of total offense, 38 offensive plays. They have 13 first downs. They have 3 on the ground, 6 through the air. They have 4 first downs via the penalty. They're 3 of 9 on third down so far here today. And then we get into penalties. They have 7 penalties for 48 yards so far today. Individual numbers, Drew Corford, quarterback, 50% of his passes. He's 10 of 20 for 82 yards, 1 touchdown, no turnovers so far. Receiving, Lucas Overton's had a good first half, 4 catches, 44 yards. Andrew Simon, a catch for 14. John Bass, 2 for 13. Devin Pope has 1 catch for 11. On the other side, let's go to rushing here real quickly for Rocky. They have 55 yards total on the ground. Corf has 5 carries for 17. Sam Sparks, 7 carries for 13. And Lucas Overton, 2 carries for 12 yards on the day for the Battling Bears. Again, 38 offensive plays, 137 yards for them today, but they have 23 points on the board after one half. On the other side for Montana Tech, 42 offensive plays, 216 yards of total offense, 13 first downs right now. They're 3 of 9 on third down, and then penalties. 8 penalties for 69 yards so far for Montana Tech. Individually, let's see, Jet Campbell is 7 of 21. He has thrown 1 interception, 145 yards for Jet Campbell through the air today. Trevor Hoffman, 3 catches for 88 yards. Will Hunthausen, 2 for 36. And Nate Sander, 2 for 21. As I mentioned earlier, Hoffman right now at 998 yards receiving on the year. As just shy of 1,000 here in his sophomore campaign. Running the football, Blake Counts, 11 carries, 63 yards. No touchdowns, unfortunately, 1 fumble for Blake Counts today. Tyler Folks, 3 carries for 8 yards. Jed Campbell, 5 for 5 so far on the day. So again, Tech, 42 offensive plays, 216 yards. Rocky has 38 offensive plays for $137. They lead 23-10 over Tech.
I'm watching the Montana Tech kicker Gagnon out here, placing the ball at the 42-yard line, almost, doing his warm-ups like, hey, I think I could have kicked that field goal to end the half, and showing he can do it right there.
It's a good way to remind the coaching staff at times.
Yes.
So we're at the half right now, Senior Day. Thanks for joining us here on KBOW. Montana Tech in a battle for second place. Tech, Carroll, and Western all with matching 6-3 records. You're certainly fighting to find out who is going to be that number 2 team in the Frontier Conference. It's going to help in a lot of ways. One, if you stay in the top 25, that certainly will help next year. Instead of fighting to get into the top 25, you'll start there next year, and that just helps a ton. Is for team 25, So if Montana Tech holds on to the win here today, able to gut back and get it, certainly going to help them next year. And then, from there, obviously recruiting and everything else that comes to play as you move through the offseason.
The momentum that comes off of that is huge going into your recruiting year. Talking about a 7-3 season. Granted, you didn't get the job done. You didn't win the conference championship, but you were there, and you kind of, at different points during your season, you controlled your own destiny in that path to a conference championship. But more importantly, go out and finish this second half of football for your seniors. Finish the way you started the season, or not necessarily absolutely started the season, but, the start to the season, executing both on offense and defense, keeping your head, playing good, smart, clean, penalty-free football, and going back, you down 2 scores here, go get the W today and move into your offseason with a little momentum.
So as of right now, the Frontier Conference will be represented by the College of Idaho in the national tournament. You would expect them to host one game. As of right now, there are, I believe, 5 or 6 in that area. As long as they stay under there, you're probably hosting one, outside chance of hosting a second. And my guess right now, I got $1 on the table that says Dickinson goes to the College of Idaho.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. I would
$1. So let's see here as the teams get ready to roll. Once again, Rocky leading 23-10. Haskey, if you're Rocky Mountain College, what's important for you to come out of the gate as?
Take control of the football. They haven't run the ball real effectively today, but it's a part of what they do to be able to advance the ball throwing it as well. They got an active quarterback in Korf. He's pretty good. What I like about Korf is he isn't getting a ton of protection, but he trusts his protection. His escapes have been step-ups and step-throughs. He will sit in the pocket, and he trusts his receivers and does a pretty good job of advancing the ball downfield. And, it's just a mistake-free football. Don't turn the ball over. Try and move the chains, eat clock. But you've shown the ability to move the ball a little bit against this defense, but offensively, you just don't want to give the game away. The pressure is going to be a little bit on the Rocky defense, and certainly on Tech offensively and defensively to overcome a 2-score deficit here at halftime. But the pressure is going to be on the Rocky defense. Montana Tech's, they're going to know they went in, got coached up, and going to come out focused and ready to execute.
So Montana Tech approaching. The kick is away. We're officially underway here in the second half. Battling Bears will start the return at the 5, across the 10, 15, and tripped up at the 18. Great special teams play that time, as Colton Grange, the young man out of Flint Creek, making the stop. So Colton Grange had a tremendous career down to Flint Creek.
Colton Grange on that cover beat a lead block and a hold by the jersey to get in there, get into the feet of the return man, and take the runner down at about the 17-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for the Battling Bears. They lead 23-10. And here they come out. Drew Korf will take it out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Korf out of the shotgun again. And the entire offensive front got started without the center.
Yeah, and it's they were itching to get going. Montana Tech only had 1 defender. They were getting lined up as well.
Down.
Only had 1 defender down in a 3-point. They were still getting adjusted, lined up against this Rocky front, and Rocky got started a little early. A good break for that Tech defense. A little late getting lined up there to start this second half.
So Korf 1st and 15. That's penalty number 8 on the day for Rocky. There are 16 penalties combined between the two teams. 1st and 15, 3 receivers. Korf out of the shotgun. Tech brings 4 up to the defensive front. Korf, play action, wants to throw. Looking right, pass is tipped and incomplete.
Good chance. Carter Myers looking for his 4th interception of the year. He had a nice pass drop, reading the eyes of the quarterback, fading left, and the ball just kind of brushed his breadbasket.
Carter comes in as the leading man in interceptions for Montana Tech this year. So that'll bring up 2nd and 15. Out of the shotgun, Korf. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Korf steps up to the line of scrimmage to change the play. Korf has Sparks off his right side. Montana Tech showing pressure. And here it comes. Korf quickly going to get rid of it out on the edge. That one knocked away. Damari Morris reached through and knocks that one away from Overton.
Just a step up field, hard inside slant. Morris on the coverage really flattened Overton out and got his off arm across the body of Overton, got that ball knocked away. Real physical, good, strong corner play, and not allowing Overton to create separation on the in route.
Montana Tech trying to change the momentum here. 3rd down and 15. Korf, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Korf looks to the sideline for the play call.
They'll no doubt come back at Damari Morris with some kind of double move out of Overton at some point soon here in this second half.
Korf awaiting the snap. Montana Tech disguising pressure. They'll bring 5. Korf pocket starts to collapse. He'll try and escape to his right. Korf has time. He airs it up downfield. It's tipped. Nice coverage downfield that time as Damari Morris was out at corner, but tipping that one away was Tucker Routhie out at safety.
Good job, Morris. Bump and run coverage. Official had his hat off on the sideline over there, so that tells you that Overton did have to run out of bounds to beat that coverage, so he was essentially an ineligible receiver anyway.
So one of the linemen got up slowly, does get over to the sideline for Rocky. 4th and 15. So a 3 and out by the Digger D will give the football back to the offense here. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Rocky leading 23-10. The snap is low, able to dig it out, and the kick is away. Nice kick, though. Bounces at the Tech 35. Alec Woolley Steele forced to run back. It goes out of bounds at the 22. That's a wonderful punt from just inside the end zone. That one rolls all the way down to the Tech 22-yard line.
60-yard punt, no return for that Rocky offense. Excuse me. Better than that, 70-yard punt, no return.
That's a fantastic punt.
Forgot to carry the 1 there, Paul.
You'll notice I didn't correct you. I just went with it. You could have said a 35-yard punt, and I'd have been like, yep. Math is not my strong suit. I'm bullish. 30 seconds gone here in this 3rd quarter. Tech's offense back out. Jet Campbell with split backs, 3 receivers. Jones goes in motion from right to left, stops behind the tackle on the left side. Hands off, going to go to Counts. Counts is swallowed up in the backfield. There to make the stop is going to be Mason Price again.
Price had a great game there at defensive end. Fairly undersized defensive end, but in a 4-man surface, you can get away with that. 6'3", 215. He relies on speed and athleticism to make his plays on the edge and really showcased it on that play.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 13 here for the Digs. They've seen a lot of and long situations so far here in this ball game. Tight end right, 2 receivers, 1 back. Counts the deep back. Boy, Rocky bringing a bunch of guys to the line of scrimmage. Handoff, play action. Campbell rolling right, looking downfield. He calls for a block. He'll get it across the 25, out of bounds at the 30.
Good escape by Jet. Rocky, 5 guys in a 3-point stance that time. They had a TNT, what we used to call a TNT front, both the center and the 2 guards covered, 2 defensive ends in 3-point stances, and an extra outside linebacker walked up on the line of scrimmage. A 6-man surface, 0-man coverage. Campbell recognized that as he turned the corner and was able to get good yards just running the corner.
3rd down and 4 here for the Digs. Montana Tech 3 of 9 on 3rd downs in the first half. Counts the back, 3 receivers left. Hoffman, Caprera, and Woolley Steele in that order from the sideline in. Counts will get the carry on 3rd down. He'll kick it to the edge. Counts should have 1st down yardage. Tripped up at the 25, but flags everywhere. And more than likely, this is going to be a hold call, and this one going to come back.
You're going to get a hold on Schumann pulling out there to lead that play on the kick. It was a down block and a kick.
Holding. Offense number
from
74.
The left guard and
10-yard penalty,
forced to hold
replay
to
3rd
make
down.
the play.
So what was 3rd and 4 going to come backwards here. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter. Substitution in here for the Digs as they'll get a big body in as Taggart will come in, the sophomore out of Hamilton. So 3rd down and 13. 1 back, twin tight with 2 receivers. Campbell out of the shotgun. Rocky showing pressure here from the bottom side. Play action, Campbell dropping back, and he'll stand and deliver downfield. That one's going to sail. It's picked off at the Montana Tech 45. Return inside the 35, 30 right sideline, out of bounds, down near the 28-yard line. And there is a flag down to Campbell. Let's see what we get.
Might be roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, low hit, number 14 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Montana Tech will keep the football and get a 1st down as the roughing the passer call on Mason Price will give the Digs the ball and the automatic 1st down.
In Price's defense, he took an inside move and got pressure right away on Campbell, and as he's coming through there, taking on a a pass blocker. He, he's starting to get forced to the ground, and as that ball's delivered, Price was kind of losing balance. That's a tough call to take if you're Rocky Mountain College. You got the interception in hand, and a kind of an unfortunate. It was nothing real bad, just a penalty.
1st and 10. Full house backfield. 3 guys back there. Play action. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. Campbell cuts it across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. As the Digs originally lining up out on the edge was Feisty. Braden Feisthamel was lined up in the slot. He dropped into the backfield. Feisthamel will come out. Caprera will come in.
You got to use that penalty for momentum offensively. Any way you can move the sticks, move them. Continue to execute and move the chains. See if you can't make this a 1-touchdown game.
Jet Campbell out of the shotgun. Rocky leading 23-10, 2nd and 6. Play action. Campbell pulls it away, drops it off across the middle to Hoffman. Ball comes out incomplete. Boy, now we're going to get flags everywhere. Hoffman went down hard. He got hit up in the shoulder area. That ball was not caught, and then we're going to get personal foul after the fact.
Who are they going to get? Cabrera? He was the only one I saw in the
I think Benz was there afterwards. Benz came back, one of the offensive line, or one of the D linemen for
The result of the
Rocky.
play is an incomplete pass. After the play, personal foul. Montana Tech number 70.
Yeah, Benz will
15-yard
get it.
penalty. The down will be 3rd.
So a 15-yard penalty, 3rd down here for the Digs. One of the D linemen was out there by Hoffman, and Benz came out to protect the family. And a 15-yard penalty will back him up. Montana Tech, 10 penalties now for 94 yards on the day. 3rd down and long here for the Digs. 12 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter.
You got to take care of the football too here if you're Jet Campbell. The previous interception that was called back due to the penalty was a careless pass into bracketed coverage. You got to be smart with the football here. Just get a chunk of it.
4 receivers. They're going to look to the right side. Hoffman, and that one is tipped, and it will be incomplete. Hoffman in a foot race that time with Devontae Woods, and Woods, nice play to reach across Hoffman and knock that one incomplete.
Had everything you wanted there. Hoffman with a step and a half on Woods down the right sideline. Ball just slightly underthrown. We've seen him make that completion many times this year. Just a go route kind of in the void between safety and corner there. Ball just slightly underthrown.
So 4th down, and the punting unit is in here for the Digs. Nunez back at the 8-yard line. Good snap, and the punt is away. End over end, fair catch called for and brought in at the Rocky 43-yard line. So the Battling Bears will get it back here. They've run 41 offensive plays for 137 yards, and we have a timeout, so we'll take one. The Digs trailing 23-10 to the Battling Bears here on KBOW Butte. We're back after this 1-minute break.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Every time I meet an Oredigger, there's a natural bond, a natural connection, and every one of us have a sense of pride about where we came from, and it's opened the door to a lot of very good relationships.
Montana Tech has a student base that just makes everybody feel like family.
Everybody's crazy about being an Oredigger. It's just a pride thing.
This place brings out in people the very best.
I truly believe
11:47 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Rocky Mountain College leading Montana Tech 23-10. And the Battling Bears back out offensively as Drew Korf at quarterback. He's 5 of 7 through the air today. Or excuse me, rather, let me check that out here. He's 10 of 23. He has 5 carries for 17 yards on the ground, I should say. And Korf out of the shotgun. They're going to spread things around. Korf has 1 tailback to his right, 3 receivers right. Korf will hand it off underneath and across the 50 out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 on the ground that time as Sam Sparks gets the carry. Sparks That's his 8th carry of the day. He has about 20 yards.
Lined up in their Wildcat set and then shifted out of it. They had Overton at quarterback, shifted out of it, sent 3 to the wide side, 1 to the short side, single back, and just inside zone, 2 Sparks up the middle. And a pretty good run on first down, 5 yards.
2nd down and 5. Sparks will get the carry again. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll be wrestled to the ground quickly.
That's Kaladaychuk.
Yeah, Kaladaychuk just wrestles him in there. Kaladaychuk, the sophomore out of Columbia Falls. Talked about him earlier. Good to have number 57 back in the lineup. So 3rd down and 5. 4 receivers, 1 back at home here for Korf. Drew Korf, a junior out of Boise. Didn't play last week.
Korf might go to the one-on-one side here. That pre-snap would tell him he's going to get one-on-one on his backside lone side receiver here.
Korf looking to the left. Slant route goes that way across the 45. And that should be first down yardage, as making that catch is going to be the tailback as Sparks get it out of the backfield, and that will move the chains for the Battling Bears. They ran off the corner with a slant route from the receiver, and they run back out into the flat, get the yardage, and move the chains. 1st and 10 Bears.
Tech defense has been exposed on more than one occasion this year, just with the back out in kind of pressure situations.
Quarterback going to keep it. Korf gets away from one defender, puts his head down. He's out to the 43 as he runs into Tucker Routhey. It's going to be a gain of 3 for Korf.
Good read that time by Clark, getting upfield on the zone read, not losing quarterback responsibility. Got Korf contained, missed the tackle in the backfield, but got him contained, forced, and stopped enough to slow him down where Routhey could come up and make the tackle for no gain.
2nd down and 8 here for the Battling Bears. Got a stoppage here for some reason. I think there might be an issue. They're going to send the center off the field.
Equipment issue of some sort.
The umpire will send the center to the sideline for something going on equipment-wise. 9:56 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
He could have deemed the offensive lineman in desperate need of a sandwich.
That'd have been the only way I'd have been out there. Like, ooh, Sammy. 3 receivers right. Korf out of the shotgun here for the Bears. 2nd down and 8. Korf. Tech showed blitz. Schweikert came charging toward the line of scrimmage. Korf gets the snap. He'll hand it off to Sparks. Sparks gets himself a little lane. He's out to the 40. It's going to be a gain of 2. Siraki, 21 carries, 62 yards on the day. Sparks came into this ball game as their leading rusher with 477 yards on the year.
Tech defensively is just down 23-10. They've just played a stellar game defensively. They've been on the field a ton and bailed this offense out a ton, but they need one more stop here, get that offense back on the field.
3rd down and 5 here for the Bears. 9:04 left to play in the 3rd. Korf out of the shotgun. He's going to stand. Crossing route complete to the 36. Ooh, and a nice spot by the officials. This should be first down yardage. It looked initially like he might be short of the 35-yard line, but a great spot, and that will move the chains here for the Battling Bears. So 1st and 10 Bears. Out of the shotgun, Korf once again. 2 receivers on each side. Tailback in is Colton Williams. Boy, the Bears, the way they have played this football game, they have effectively kept the crowd out of this thing since word go. 4 receivers. Korf has time. 4-man rush. Pocket now starts to collapse. He ruffles to the right. That one is going to be bobbled and dropped. Great play, Damari Morris at corner. He came in and hit the receiver in Overton right as that ball got there.
Overton had the separation he needed against Morris. Ball just took a little while to get there. Morris was able to use his makeup speed, getting out of his, turn and run, getting a good break on the football, coming up, making contact with Overton just as the ball arrived and getting that thing knocked away.
2nd and 10 here for the Bears. Again, Korf had time. 1 back, 2 receivers on each side. Rocky leading 23-10 over Montana Tech. As the Digs creep 4 up to the defensive front. Korf brings slot right in motion. They'll give it to him on the fly motion. They'll turn the corner across the 35-30 down to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a nice carry on that fly motion. That's going to be nearly 10 yards. Bring up 3rd down and very short. Oh, they picked the chains up, but they should be short. because everything has been at the actual yardage line. Now they do put him back down. 3rd down and a foot, if that. 8 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Korf looks to the sideline. Montana Tech's defense, as you mentioned, has been on the field a lot here today. 2 receivers on each side for Korf. 1 back at home. Tailback will get the carry. He gets first down yardage plus some down to the 21. That's going to be a gain of 5 and move the chains here for the Battling Bears.
Nice hole there, just inside zone off the right side. Plenty of room for the first down and then some. The hole actually looked bigger than a 4-yard gain from our vantage point.
First down and 10 here for the Battling Bears. Fresh set of downs at the Montana Tech 21-yard line. Bears just grinding away here with this possession. 7:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Bears leading 23-10. Out of the shotgun. Snap, handoff to the tailback. Across the original line of scrimmage, straight ahead, a gain of 5. So that will be a 2nd and 5 here for the Bears.
Rocky's doing a nice job mixing up pass and run here in the second half. Kind of got the Montana Tech defense on their heels a little bit.
And Galamalumi at tailback. 3 receivers left. 6:44 left to play here in this 3rd. This is the 3rd offensive possession of the 3rd quarter. No points yet this quarter. Handoff to the tailback, trying to bounce it left, and he's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 1, possibly 2.
Really good play, Bridger Johnson in this series in place of Ike Schweikert getting across the line of scrimmage, getting that play forced up inside and getting a piece of the tailback's legs, slowing him down, and then his help, the pursuit of the football, comes and finishes the deal.
Yeah, Carter Myers comes flying in to finish it off. So 3rd down and 6 here for the Bears. They showed Wildcat. Now they'll back out once again. Korf, 1 back, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Korf awaiting the snap on 3rd and 6. Whistles aplenty. Tech called a timeout.
Yeah, last time they did that, they shifted and just went inside zone right up
Montana
the gut.
Tech.
And Montana Tech just
This
wanted
will
to be
also
on
be immediate timeout.
Everybody on the right page here got a timeout to talk about this big 3rd down.
5:52 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Rocky Mountain College leading 23-10. Frontier Conference football here on a Saturday in Butte at Bob Green Field. Final weekend of the regular season. Only one team going to be going to the playoffs out of the Frontier, as the College of Idaho will host their first playoff game in school history down there, you would assume, next Saturday.
I'm anxious to watch that. I'll tune in and try and watch that game. I think College of Idaho is a good watch. And, you know, the Calzaretta and Garzone, or is it Garzoli? Yeah, Garzoli at tailback, and then Darius James Peterson at quarterback. And,
who, I'm sorry?
DJP.
There you go.
There you go. And a really good athletic, big offensive front that's kind of a joy to watch play football. I've never been into offensive line play, but they are towering, they're big and athletic. Well, and they can move the football.
And they have that other side that we talked about a lot last night, where the offense kind of dwarfs what they do on defense. They're a very good defense. They're the number 2 defense behind Montana Tech in almost every category. They are a very big, very dominant defense, and they play football to the whistle on both sides, and they're strong. They're going to be a tough out.
Good tacklers. They don't give ground on the hit. They're very good lower halves and finish tackles really, really well.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough one in that playoff run, and we certainly wish them the best. They're kind of a team that's not hard to root for. You know, we've watched them go through their growing pains, to kind of get into the Frontier Conference, and to see them at this point, you have to be pretty happy for that program. 3rd down and 6 here for the Battling Bears. They'll shift tight end right, 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun. Handoff will go to the tailback. He has a lane across the 10, down near the 7-yard line, and that will move the chains against. So Ngulamami will move the chains again. That's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 6, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback rolls to his right, ends it up to the front of the end zone, and they reach out. The ball came out. They signal touchdown, but the ball came out as Holden Ryan caught the pass, and the Battling Bears will get the score.
Yeah, Ryan caught the ball and extended over the goal line, and then as he came down, the ball bounced away. But I think they're deeming that as a break of the plane of the goal line and a touchdown, and I don't see anything that would dispute that.
5:35 left to play here in this third quarter. Rocky Mountain College leading 29-10. Injured player down. Yeah, I think my only question would be is if Ryan had full possession of that football as he made his way to the goal line, but heck of an effort to the front of the plane. And an injured player down here for the Battling Bears. 5:35 left to play here in this third quarter. Rocky goes up 29-10. And the player is able to get up and go to the sideline. So the kicking unit is in here for the Bears. They're looking to stretch their lead out to 20. Bears up 29-10. And the kicking unit is in. And the kick is up, and the kick is through. So 30-10 our score. The Bears up over the Orediggers. Frontier Conference action, KBOW Buttes. With a timeout, we'll take one. We are back here with the Oredigger offensive series after this 1-minute break.
Grit's something that I learned early in my family. It was a great part of the Montana Tech experience.
Grit makes me think about how Butte came about. It was built on the hard work mentality.
It goes back to just being a Montanan. There's a rancher, a farmer in everybody's family.
Grit is just part of life there.
Rolling up your sleeves and doing the work necessary.
And that's where grit comes in. Understanding where you want to do and really following the passion that you have in life.
Grit grows at Montana Tech.
5:35 left to play here in the third quarter. The kickoff out the back of the end zone, so Montana Tech will take the touchback. And the Diggs offense will look to get something going here. Rocky Mountain College, 54 offensive plays, 192 yards on the day. Jet Campbell for the Diggs. I didn't give you Tech. Tech has 47 offensive snaps for 225 yards. Campbell is 7 of 23 through the air. He came in at about 58% completion on the year.
Yeah, and the key there is Montana Tech hasn't gained 100 yards since their first two series of the game. You know, Rockies brought it defensively, and Montana Tech shot themselves in the foot on numerous occasions, but the net result is not a lot of gain.
Two backs, hand off to Folks. Folks is corralled and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The ball came out. There's no signal yet from the officials. Rocky, of course, claiming they have it down in the bottom of that pile as Folks cleared the corner. The ball hit the turf, and Rocky gets it. Rocky with a turnover. That's turnover number, are we at 4 or 5? I mean, it's still either way a monster number. The turnover will go to the Battling Bears, and they'll take over at the Montana Tech 18-yard line. So the first snap, the turnover will go to the Bears. 5:27 left to play here in this third. Rocky came out. Boy, Tech scored on their opener. They got 7 points up, got a field goal afterwards. And then from there, Rocky has taken every ounce of momentum out of this place. 3 receivers left.
They're going to go one-on-one to Overton.
Korf will hand it off to his tailback. Bouncing to the right, spinning across the 15, down to the 14-yard line is Williams. Williams will get 5 on the carry, so that Digger defense back out on the field quickly.
That was Gargio up there. I thought that was number 5, one-on-one against Amari Morris. After the sudden change, I thought Rocky might come out and take a shot.
Korf stays in the shotgun. 2nd down and 5 from the Montana Tech 15-yard line. Rocky in control here with 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 3 receivers left for Korf. Korf is 13 to 27 for 108. Korf hands it off. Sparks down to the 12. That's going to be a gain of 3. Sam Sparks, 11 carries, 26 yards on the day.
Kolodechek comes away with the football. But it must have been after the runner was down.
3rd down and 3 here for the Bears. And an injured player down for Rocky Mountain College.
I think that might be Sparks on the ground there.
Okay. Coach comes out. Both the trainers come out as well. 4:38 left to play here in this third quarter. And it looks as though they'll bring out a little more personnel to come check on him. Rocky Mountain College leading 30-10. Frontier Conference football here on KBOW. The Frontier Conference coming into today had the College of Idaho on top of the pile. They are undefeated on the year. They're 9-0. Western, Carroll, and Tech all tied up 6-3. Then from there you have Southern Oregon at 4-5, Eastern Oregon at 3-6, Rocky at 2-7, and Northern at 0-9 in Frontier Conference play coming into the final week of the year.
Yeah, I haven't been getting any scores. Have you gotten any scores from anything else going on in the Frontier today?
I have not. So Sparks does get up, goes to the sideline under his own power, so that's good to see. Hopefully that young man is going to be all right. So 4:38 left to play here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 3 here for the Bears. Korf, one back. One receiver left, tight end left. Now they'll change. 2 receivers left, tight end right with a receiver to the right. Korf gets the snap, hands it off to the tailback. He's down to the 10. He'll be a yard shy of the first down marker. And on 4th and 1,
I think no doubt Rocky will go for it here rather than kick the field goal. It's nothing against their field goal unit, but defensively they've had the answer for Tech since the first 2 series of the ball game. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. But you've defensively, you've shut this Tech offense down for the better part of 2.5 quarters. So why not give it a try?
Offense stays out, 4th down and 1. They stay out of the shotgun. Korf has tight end left, 2 receivers left with one to the right. Handoff will go to the tailback. He bounces left. He's across the 10 down to the 9. And that should be enough for the first down yardage depending on the spot. Boy, it's a lot closer than I thought it was initially. And they will say 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9. Rocky, a fresh set of downs here. Knocking on the door once again. They lead 30-10 over Montana Tech. Rocky, 201 yards of offense here today.
Only thrown and caught on these last couple series when they absolutely needed to. They've done the most of their damage on the ground against a stingy rushing defense in Montana Tech, but Rocky hasn't backed down.
Hand off to the tailback, bouncing inside the 5, down to the goal line, stretching. And that is going to be short. Stretching out for the goal line. Awful close, but it will be shorts. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 1 here for the Battling Bears. They lead 30-10 over Montana Tech. 3rd quarter here at Bob Green Field. Looks like Ngalamalumi will stay in at tailback. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. Let's see where they change up here as they continue to look to the sideline for the play call.
Yeah, they're in no hurry, absolutely. Chewing up a lot of play clock with each first down and now knocking out the door.
And Ngalamalumi and a tailback, he'll get the carry. He runs into a wall of his own player as he gets down to the 1, and he will be kept out. They'll whistle him dead at the 1-yard line. That's going to bring up what should be 4th down here, right? Or is that 3rd?
I think they flipped it to 3rd.
Okay. So 3rd and goal from the 1 here for the Battling Bears. 2:13 left to play in this third quarter. Again, they take their time up to the line of scrimmage. Fullback in now as well as Chase Truscott is in. And Ngalamalumi is in at tailback. 2 receivers left. Handoff will go to the tailback, and he is taken down but leans forward, and he'll get in for the score. And Ngalamalumi will get across the goal line, and now we have flags in the end zone again. So Rocky will get their 2nd rushing touchdown of the day.
You might get excessive celebration or something here.
Rocky leading 36-10 with that score.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 48 of the defense. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the following kickoff.
So Carter Myers hit with the unsportsmanlike. And that will.
I'm trying to think who hasn't gotten one today.
We were close in the second quarter for a few, but I think we're about it. 1:48 left to play here in this third quarter. The offense going for 2 here for the Battling Bears. Tech trying to chase, run people off. Rocky was short a man as well. And Rocky is forced to call a timeout.
Rocky Mountain College.
They were trying to get Tech short-handed, and they realized they were a man short, so they rushed a guy on. And with 1:48 left to play here in the third quarter, Rocky Mountain College goes up 36-10 over Montana Tech. And just rolling here as this one continues.
Yeah, this one will shock a lot of people in the Frontier as they're reading the scoreboard or getting score updates. No question. But you got to hand it to Rocky. They came ready to play ball today. And are winning the individual battles and winning the battles certainly up front. And they're kind of winning the composure battle here, too. And it's a lot easier to do when you're winning than losing. But it all, it all weighs in on outcomes, first downs, keeping the possession of the ball, not having to kick it away.
Real quickly, Coach Cal McQuarrie, King of the World, sent us scores as usual. The Yotes beat Northern 44-20. They completed their first 10-0 regular season in program history. Western beaten up on Southern 41-23 at the half, and Carroll and Eastern are tied at half. So going for 2, rolling out of the pocket right, pass to the goal line, touchdown, or a 2-point conversion, I should say, for the Battling Bears. As leaning across the goal line with it is Chase Truscott, a senior out of Idaho. The fullback will get the 2-point conversion, and Rocky goes up 38-10.
Yeah, Truscott, one of those guys on your offense that does a lot of the dirty work and never really sees the football. A lot of lead blocking. We've seen him in there in front of these tailbacks for Rocky Mountain College, pulling, kicking, leading up on zone. And that time leaking him out into the flat, finding him wide open at the goal line.
1:48 left to play here in this third quarter, as the Battling Bears leading Tech 38-10. And the kicking units will come out here. Boy, the Bears right now, 60 offensive plays, 210 yards.
Pretty efficient when you're getting turnovers.
Yep.
And 210 yards, but 38 points on the scoreboard. And we look at the high school game last night. Carr for Billings West had 206 yards, and they only had 6 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, just turnovers have been huge, penalties have been huge, and then momentum. I mean, Rocky, just sucked the life out of this place basically at the end of the first quarter, and Tech has been unable to get anything going at all. Kickoff blazed out of the back of the end zone as they started it, obviously, after the 15 yards out near midfield. So Montana Tech trying to find some balance. Truthfully, they really haven't had any since they came home from Southern. They went to Southern, played a good football game out there. Last week at Carroll, really could never seem to get the balance point underneath them. And, boy, not much here today either. First down at 10, Montana Tech's offense back out. So the Digs,
they've been shut down offensively essentially for 2 weeks in a row. And, it's almost like, eventually people start to figure you out. This conference has been talking and figured this offense out.
Campbell brings him a man in motion across. Campbell going to run with it as he's forced up. Jed Campbell spins to the 25 out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 5. That pocket again, it held fine. He stepped up in it and then took off. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 here for the Digs. Ball at their 30-yard line.
Wasting a lot of time here. This is a 4-score game, man. You got to go, go, go.
2nd and 5. Counts in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun. Rocky showing blitz. Here it comes. Campbell rolls to his right, looking deep, one-on-one. He puts it up for Hoffman, and that one going to fall incomplete. Flag is down. Hoffman and Woods again going at one another down the sideline, and they'll continue to jaw afterwards.
A lot of combat there both ways. I'm not so sure I wouldn't have just let that one go. There was a lot of hand play both ways, but Montana Tech's been complaining about the holding, the jerseys off the shoulder pads, all that kind of stuff. eventually maybe you do get a call your way, and that might be the case there.
First down and 10 after the pass interference out to the Tech 45-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Hunthausen wide left, Hoffman wide right. And the snap brings him into the neutral zone.
Don't do that, Grant Bance. Don't do that. You're a senior. You're down 28 points. You know you got to offside here.
Number 14.
Don't show them up.
Penalty,
just take the penalty, move forward, and regroup and reset.
1st and 5 here for the Digs. Ball right at midfield. 1:07 remaining here in this third quarter. Tech stays in that same set. 2 receivers on each side here for Jet Campbell. Campbell is 7 of 23 on the day. Campbell, 3-step drop, stands, and he is going to get hammered. Late blitz. Campbell gets hit hard on the delay blitz.
Late blitz, and freshman running back Counts was unable to get across and get a piece of the blitzing linebacker before he got a piece of Counts' quarterback.
Prince Johnson comes in, the redshirt freshman out of Arizona, with a sack, brings up 2nd down and 12. Boy, nice delayed blitz that time. He came in.
Rocky hasn't changed their defensive scheme. They're still low and flat across the line here with a lot of pressure.
They're bringing a ton of pressure downfield. Alec Woolley Steele, he's going to take it to the house. Woolley Steele in for the score. He'll go good from 57 yards. Montana Tech's first point since the opening quarter.
Yeah, and you know, hindsight's 20/20, but you should have been taking those shots all game long because you are getting man coverage across the board. Rocky's got a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage. You just got to count on your guys that you're putting on the field to win those one-on-one battles.
So Alec Woolley Steele with a touchdown reception, 57 yards out. Montana Tech trying to claw back into it before we get into this fourth quarter.
We're missing
Kicking unit is short a man. And they will get him out.
You got lots of time here. You can take the penalty. Don't get in a rush.
So the kicking unit, as the snap and hold are good, the kick is up and it is through. Montana Tech trailing 38-17. The Battling Bears up by 3 scores with 24 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. With the timeout, we'll go ahead and take one. We're back here to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute break.
Civil engineers build the infrastructure that the world needs to function every day.
With the degree in education that you get, you're going to land some great jobs.
Civil engineering at Montana Tech will really prepare you for the future.
Our students walk out with really high-paying jobs. That's what we're all about. 100-year history of doing that.
If you decide that engineering is what you want to do, there's no better place than Montana Tech.
Well,
thanks. It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
A fair catch on the kickoff, so Rocky will bring the ball out. And their offense will come back out here. Battling Bears, 61 offensive plays, 211 yards. Drew Korf is 13 of 27 for 108. Rocky has rushed for 103 yards as a team today. Sparks has 29.
See how this defense responds after getting an actual little bit of rest here, while the Montana Tech offense was able to get on the field and take it down and score a touchdown.
First down and 10 here for the Bears. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left here for Korf. Tech will rush 4, hand off to the tailback, trying to turn it upfield. It's going to be a gain of 1, possibly 2, as with the carry that time is going to be Corcoran. So Tommy Corcoran. Boy, it's either, I want to say, the 4th or the 5th guy we've seen a tailback today for Rocky.
Yeah, they've kept a lot of guys busy with the football back there.
2nd and 7, and we have 15 minutes left in the season. As Montana Tech trailing the Battling Bears 38-17. We'll take a break. We'll get the fourth quarter underway after this 1-minute timeout.
Dude, Hudson. Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Every time I meet an Oredigger, there's a natural bond, a natural connection, and every one of us have a sense of pride about where we came from, and it's opened the door to a lot of very good relationships.
Montana Tech has a student base that just makes everybody feel like family.
Everybody's crazy about being an Oredigger. It's just a pride thing.
15 minutes on the clock as we get ready for the fourth quarter to get underway. Second down and 7 as the Bears.
He got a lot more out of that than I thought he did, that first down rush. We thought it was a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Yeah.
Looking at about 2nd and 6, aren't we?
Yeah, he kind of got that body falling forward. So the defense going to look to try and get off the field quickly here as we await the whistle to get started here in the fourth quarter. Rocky again, 61 offensive plays, 211 yards. Montana Tech, 51 offensive plays for 274 as of right now. And still, now we're ready to roll. So Korf out of the shotgun once again, ball on the right hash mark. 2 receivers right, slot left goes in motion. They'll hand it off on the fly motion, turning it upfield across the 30 to the 34. Actually, a good spot out to the 35. That should be first down yardage.
Yeah, he rolled to that mark. He actually came down at the 34-yard line, rolled forward. But they gave him the spot of the 35-yard line. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, I'd say if the nose of that football touches that line, that's going to move the chains. First and 10, Rocky. That is their 19th first down here today. 1 back, 2 receivers right here for Korf. Tech showing pressure. As Korf stands up, looks to the sideline, he'll change the play here. 1 back, 3 receivers. Ball's on the left hash mark. Korf hands it off to his tailback, a little lane across the 40 to the 41. Nice surge forward that time again by the tailback in Corcoran. Redshirt freshman. Played ball at Shields Valley High School.
They're getting the bulk of their rushing yards. You know, these pain in the butt runs, first down, first 4, 5, 6 yards, right off the rear end of their center. John Little, 6 foot, 270-pound redshirt freshman out of Boise, but he's doing a nice job up there, up front against, a guy who's had a great year. You know, that's Jesse Sims or Art Flynn in there playing nose tackle. Now they got Trumbull in there, but they've mixed it up. But you're seeing mainly Flynn and Jesse Sims in there at nose guard.
Second down and 4. Hand off to the tailback, and Corcoran picks his lane. He's out to the 44-yard line. It's going to be just shy of the first down marker, bring up 3rd down and 1. And again, they're just chipping away 4 yards apiece. You'll take this certainly for the remainder of the game. So 3rd and 1 here for the Bears.
Can't fall asleep on quarterback in this zone read game. Now, Korf's majority of the time has just left the ball in the belly of his running back, staying behind that offensive front. But time and time again, we see teams, when it comes time for a big 3rd down, they'll let that quarterback pull it, circle the edge, and just get the yardage, lay down, and keep the chains and clock moving.
3rd and 1 here for the Bears out of the shotgun. Ball at their 44-yard line. Hand off to the tailback, pushes straight ahead, and that's first down yardage, a gain of 4. So again, another 4-yard run here for the Bears, really grinding away the rushing yards when it counts here late as they continue to move the chains.
Tech's running fresh bodies in there in that defensive front. Boy, they're really having to earn their check today, no doubt about it. Just a straight forward shove, inside zone, and this is like a step inside zone. This is right off the center's left or right rear end cheek, and their Rockies getting a good push. And Tech's just not able to get in those gaps or get in the backfield and force any kind of change of direction.
1st and 10 here for the Bears. Ball at their 48-yard line. Hand off to the tailback again. He's across midfield. He's into daylight. 40 down to the Tech 35-yard line. Nice run that time. That's going to be a gain of 18. And that will move the chains for the Battling Bears. 1st and 10 down to the Montana Tech 34. Another nice run by that group of running backs. And the Bears will take their time here. 11:53 left to play in this football game and in the season, as the Bears taking their time as they look to get up to the line of scrimmage offensively. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ball is on the left hash mark. 1st and 10 here for the Bears. Hand off to the tailback again. He gets across the line of scrimmage, and not a whole lot more. That's a gain of 1, possibly 2, depending on the spot, as he runs into that defensive front. Brings up 2nd and we'll call it 9 here for the Bears.
That started with Koladaychik off the Tech defensive left end here, getting down and getting into the running back before he got to the line of scrimmage. At least got a piece of his thigh, slowed him down, and then Carter Myers and the crew came and cleaned it up. But not allowing him to get a full head of speed when he gets into the backside of his offensive front.
2nd and 9 here for the Bears. Williams, the tailback. 2 receivers right. Out of the shotgun, Williams will get the carry. He picks a lane. He's across the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Nice bit of running again by Williams that time as he picks his lane, waits for his blocking to develop, and he'll get 8 yards on 2nd down. Actually, they'll say 7, bring up 3rd down and 2 here for the Bears. Senior day at Montana Tech. Rocky up 38-17 over Montana Tech. And the Bears taking their time on the field here. They'll put 2 receivers right, 1 to the left again. Ball has been on that left hash mark this entire drive. And Galamalumi in at tailback, and he will get the carry. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll go back a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 2 as he is taken down there.
I think
Clark.
If you're Rocky, you kick the field goal here. We'll see. I don't see much movement on their sideline. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down or run it down and take a timeout. But, you know, you're a 3-score game right now. Field goal takes it up to a 24-point deficit. Yeah, here they go. They're going to run that field goal unit. They've done nothing today but make everything they've tried to kick. Riley Garrett, you know, he's just a little over 500 on the year, and he does have range. He's good from 50 this year, has had an attempt from 51 that he missed, but certainly has the leg to make this field goal.
44-yard attempt inside the right hash mark. Snap and hold are good. The kick is up, and the kick is going to go wide right. So no good. So Montana Tech's offense will get the football back. 9:13 left to play here, and they need points, and they need them quick. Rocky leading 38-17, so the Digger offense will take over at their 26-yard line.
And the thing about it is, if Rocky keeps giving them defensively what they've given them all day, they will make themselves susceptible to giving those points up quick. I mean, we saw it in the last series. Just a throw and a catch away for Alec Woolley-Steele down the middle of the football field, but he's one-on-one, no safety help. And now we'll see Rocky's got a free safety lined up deep there, but you're still probably going to see a lot of man coverage.
1st and 10, 3 receivers, 1 back. Hoffman comes in motion. Play action. Campbell has time. Campbell, he's in trouble. Campbell's going to be sacked at the 19. Pressure from a big-time twist. They brought the defensive tackle on a twist all the way around the edge, and he was able to track down Campbell and take him down. He'll be back to the 19. That's going to be a loss of 8.
Hunter Sparts did a great job here on the speed rush of Mason Price. But then the pressure came up through the gut, and as Campbell tried to escape out the backside, he never did quite get up to speed before he was run down from behind.
So 2nd down and long here for the Digs. Campbell is going to come out. So Campbell comes out of the football game. And that should bring Winterburn in, I do believe. So Winterburn does come in. So Caleb Winterburn, the redshirt freshman out of Helena, will get some snaps here. He has had limited snaps this year, usually in a Wildcat scenario. So Winterburn has 1 back, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd down and long here for the Digs. Winterburn, snap, 3-step drop, stands in the pocket, passes downfield to Hoffman. Hoffman across the 25, out to the 29-yard line, 1st down yardage. So Winterburn is 1 for 1 on the day. He'll look to the sideline for the play call.
Pretty impressive, Caleb Winterburn on a pretty cold day, running in first play of the game, throwing a strike to Hoffman. He knows where to go with the football. Hoffman makes makes a little room against zone coverage, catches the ball, and picks up a little bit.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. My apologies. I wasn't paying attention to the sticks correctly. 3rd and 8 for Winterburn, looking to his left, come back, and a great catch by Caprera, but he's going to be shy of the first down marker. A gain of 6. Caprera diving to the sideline, showing those incredible hands again, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and you're going to have a little different option with Winterburn here at quarterback on this 4th down. The quarterback certainly is in play to run the football here, so we'll see what they scheme up to get this first down, get the chains moving, and see if they can't get down and make this a 2-score game.
18 seconds on the play clock, taking a second to get it in. Winterburn will have 2 receivers left. Feistham stays in the backfield, 2 receivers right as well. 4th down and 3 here for Montana Tech. Winterburn brings man in motion, and Tech got started early. The right side of the offensive front got started early for Montana Tech on 4th and 3.
70. 5-yard penalty.
So a 5-yard penalty will back him up. And that looks like the punting unit will come in that scenario. So with the 5-yard penalty, the punting unit will come in here for the Digs. Nunez back at the 15. 7:42 left to play in the ball game. Rocky leading 38-17.
If you're wondering if this might be a fake, that's all offensive linemen and defensive linemen in front of the punter, so I would say not.
Wobbly punts, fair catch called for, and brought in at the 25. So the Battling Bears will get the football back.
Timeout. Media.
And we have a timeout on the field. 7:24 left to play in this football game. The Bears up 38-17 over the Digs. We'll take a break. We're back to Bob Green after this 1-minute break.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here. When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me, willing to help me.
7:24 left to play here in the ball game. Rocky with the ball, leading 38-17. Rocky 21 first downs on the day. They have 259 yards of total offense. As Korf is 13 of 27 for 108. He has thrown 2 touchdowns on the day. As a team, Rocky has rushed for a $151. And the bulk of that coming in this second half. First down and 10 for Korf. 2 receivers to his left. Ball's on the right hash mark. Tech, expecting run, puts a lot of guys in the box. Handoff out to the 28. That's going to be a gain of 3 on first down. Clock running here in this senior day matchup in Butte. Montana Tech went to Rocky and really changed their playoff trajectory a year ago, as Rocky was expecting to host the playoff game. Tech put them on the road, as Tech got a win in Billings last year. And Rocky looking to return the favor and get a big win on the road to end the season. Second down and 7 here for the Bears. 1 back, 3 receivers. Handoff to the tailback. And that was the first handoff that really felt like that might have been kind of an RPO look. Like the quarterback looked like he almost pulled that out of there.
Yeah, I got a flag on the play. I don't know if you're going to get a hold against Rocky, or if there's maybe like a hands to the face type thing on Tech. We'll see. There's a pretty good pile up at about the 33-yard line. I would assume the flailing at the end was a result
Personal foul, hands in the face, defense number 98. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So a 15-yard penalty will back him up. So an automatic first down here for the Battling Bears. That is penalty number 13 on the day for Montana Tech. They're up to about 130 yards in penalties. First down and 10 here for the Bears. Ball comes all the way out to their 45-yard line. They'll put 2 receivers left, one to the right. They've stayed in this formation throughout the bulk of the second half. They have a fullback in who has been lining up to that strong side with 2 receivers.
Their outstanding wideout, Lucas Overton's, essentially had the second half of the game off.
Yeah. So they'll put wing right out, 3 receivers, ball on the right hash mark. First and 10 from their 45, hand off to the tailback. Big
Ball's
hit
out.
delivered. Ball comes out. Montana Tech has it. Tucker Routhey down to the 30-yard line. Routhey picks up that loose ball. He'll bring it down to the 30-yard line. Montana Tech's offense will come back out.
Great hit. Ike Schweikert came down from his outside linebacker position on a David blitz, came down and flat, and great hit on the tailback, got his helmet in on the football and punched that thing loose. Then Routhey's there in the pile. There's a whole bunch of guys going for it, and 2 guys helped him stand up with it, and Routhey was able to carry that ball almost 15, 20 yards downfield.
What do we have going on here? The white hat is pointing at something here. Let's see.
Well, there was a flag on the field.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Montana Tech, sideline coach Nick. This is his first disqualification. 15 yards. First down.
So a 15-yard penalty against the sideline. And what was first and 10 at the 30, now we'll come back first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And again, at quarterback is Caleb Winterburn. Winterburn has had snaps this year coming into this week. Most of them were in wildcat situations. Short yardage at times. And he will be running the offense here. First and 10. Winterburn, young man out of Helena, will put 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, 1 back at home as Blake counts. Winterburn.
Let's see, Winterburn will take a shot right here, right now to Hoffman.
Winterburn, 3-step drop. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets rid of it downfield. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45-50. 45 down to the Tech 40-yard line. Intercepted down to the Montana Tech 40-yard line. With the interception is going to be Devin Pope. And Rocky will get the football back. So back-to-back turnovers.
Maybe he should have went to Hoffman.
So the back-to-back turnovers will give the Bears the ball down at the Montana Tech 41-yard line. 5:55 left to play here in this contest.
Pope just sitting back there at linebacker, floating in that middle zone, just reading the eyes of the quarterback. Winterburn's eyes went to the right in the hash, right near the hash market, or the mark, and he let that ball, or the eyes lead him right to the football.
Handoff will go to the tailback. He'll get 1. Sorry, I'm trying to find out who the volleyball opponent will be tonight. Montana Tech's volleyball team won their semifinal game earlier today over Carroll College, 3-1. And I would assume their opponent will be Providence, but I'll ask Coach Solomon to find out for sure. 2nd down and 9 here for the Battling Bears. 5:24 left to play here in the ball game. Bears leading 38-17. It is Providence, so good luck to Coach Solomon and company tonight as they'll take on Providence at 7 o'clock for the Frontier Conference crown. Hand off to the tailback, hit behind the line of scrimmage. Great penetration that time by Montana Tech, as the first one in there was Jacob Clark.
Yeah, starting to get a little more penetration, probably a little too late in the ball game, but the last 2 series starting to get some guys into the backfield, force and change of direction before that running back can get up into the rear ends of his offensive front. Because the play scheme's the same. It's still inside zone left, inside zone right. But now it's starting to get a little penetration, and it's making a big difference.
4:43 left to play here in the ball game. 3rd down and 14 here for the Bears. Ball at the Montana Tech 44-yard line. Bears break the huddle, and here they come up. Korf, 2 receivers right, 1 to the lefts. Korf on the fly motion, and it's just destroyed. Great play. Ball comes out. Montana Tech picks it up, but they'll say it was down. Ball came out, but they say it was down, and now we have a flag out again. Big hit delivered on the fly motion, and now we'll see where this flag comes out.
Yeah, we'll see. There was some John between number 22, Tucker Rothey, And I don't think it was Korf. Korf was behind him. Might have been
Unsportsmanlike
Holden
conduct.
Ryan.
Montana Tech.
So
15-yard penalty.
unsportsmanlike against Routhie.
First down.
An unsportsmanlike against Routhie. And that gives Rocky an automatic first down.
It should have been after the play. Montana Tech's offense should still be on the field.
They are.
And they're not.
Or, excuse me, the defense is out there. Yeah, the defense is out. So 1st and 10, Rocky. As they get the automatic first down to the Montana Tech 33-yard line. Penalty number 15 on the day for Montana Tech. 3:55 left to play in the ball game. 1 back, 3 receivers. Korf moves his tailback to his right side. Korf, handoff to his tailback, going left across the 30. Flag out down to the 28-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5.
Another penalty
Holding.
on the
Offense number 71.
So a holding
10-yard
penalty.
standard
Replay
penalty, a
first down.
holding call, and not a personal foul. How many personal fouls total were in this game? Do we
You know, that I don't have that information. I have total number of penalties, and that's it. Let's just say it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a very, very big number, especially, I mean, any time of the year it's bad, but especially this time of year. Final week of the regular season. Holding penalty. Comes back to the Montana Tech 43. 3:44 left to play in the ball game. Korf and the Battling Bears leading 38-17 as they take their time looking at the sidelines as the clock gets started. Play clock is at 14. You'd have to assume that they will not snap this before 5. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Play clock now down to 5. Korf moves his tailback to the right, 1st and long. Korf hands it off to the tailback. Finds a lane. He dives out to the 40, a gain of 4. 2nd and long. And that will keep the clock rolling here at Bob Green Field.
Montana Tech's no doubt going to get the ball back here. I would assume they're going to get the ball back, and we'll see who they run out at quarterback, if it'll be Winterburn, or if they'll give another one of their young backup quarterbacks a try here late in the game, you know, kind of when the game's in hand.
I think the only option they have behind that is a red shirt. And without pulling a red shirt and losing a red shirt, I think Winterburn is your option, from my understanding anyway. 2nd and 16. 1 back, 3 receivers. Hand off to the tailback straight ahead. Boy, not much there. Big collision, a gain of 2. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this football game. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long here for the Bears.
It's a little different story when you pin your ears back and try and steamroll. And TJ McAhealy, redshirt freshman D lineman, 6'4", 275 versus, you know, a inside backer, a safety. McAhealy gave no ground.
This will also
Montana Tech calls a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. 3rd down and long. As Montana Tech calls a timeout to come over and chat here. The Battling Bears will do the same. So the College of Idaho has won the Frontier Conference crown. They went undefeated on the year. They're 10-0. I believe at last count they were number 6 in the country. I would assume they will host 1 playoff game and then an outside chance at a 2nd playoff game, depending on what else happens this weekend. They're going to be an awfully tough out and an awfully good representative for the Frontier Conference going to that national tournament. Otherwise, from there, that's going to be it. We have 3 teams tied with 6-3 records right now. Western was beaten up on Southern Oregon earlier today, and that was like 41-13. I would assume that Western going to beat Southern and stay at 7-3 to end their campaign. And Carroll and Eastern were tied the last I saw. So honestly, if Eastern's able to upend Carroll and Tech falls here today, Western with a win could have 2nd place all to their lonesome.
Western had a good year. Good year. They're a tough opponent. You know, they'll tell you that, you know, maybe a one game they thought they could come in and get was against Montana Tech. Tech had an outstanding day on that Saturday in defeating Western and defeating them pretty soundly. But, yeah, Western will, you know, they're not going to lay down for anybody.
3rd and 15, blitz coming. Handoff to the tailback, and Montana Tech is just all over it. They get incredible penetration out of the gate. And that's going to be a big loss. Bring up 4th down, and Montana Tech will call another timeout. Carter Myers with another big tackle for a loss here in his final game at Bob Green Field. So 4th and long here for the Bears. 2:09 left to play. Did you switch to the filterless cigarettes? Or
oh, boy, I don't know what I did.
So 4th and long here for the Bears. Montana Tech has the punt return unit out there. Rocky has 77 offensive snaps. Montana Tech with 55. That's a discrepancy between the two of them. Tech still has more offensive yards. And the punting unit is in here for the Bears. Punter back at the 40-yard line. Alec Woolley-Steele to return at the 12. As await the snap. Good one to the punter, and the kick is away. Partially tipped, it almost felt like. Alec Woolley-Steele gets up. The return across the 20 to the 25. Nice return by Alec Woolley-Steele out to the 25. That is Oredigger football at the 25-yard line. 2:01 left to play, no timeouts.
Steele's telling him the cover team got a piece of him before he was able to go and field that ball and drug his jersey off his shoulder pads.
So 1st and 10, Montana Tech. Caleb Winterburn will bring him out again. Winterburn has Feist-Hamel in the backfield, so Feisty will get a start here at tailback. We've seen him in the backfield a little today. The seniors will come out here. Winterburn with Feist-Hamel. McCamley wide left. Winterburn gets the snap. 3-step drop, looking left. McCamley out route. He'll get the catch across the 30 to the 32. So Sam McCamley, another one of those 5-year seniors here for Montana Tech, gets the catch. McCamley coming out of Kalispell up to Glacier. At least I think it was Glacier. I had to think about it for a second. That would have been insulting otherwise, sorry. 2nd and 4. Winterburn pass goes right. It's bobbled and dropped out on the far side.
A rare drop by Hoffman. He was looking to catch that thing and run with it. Just forgot to handle the ball first.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 here for the Oredigger offense. 1:53 left to play in this contest. 2 receivers on each side of the field here for Winterburn. Winterburn has Feist-Hamel in the backfield with him. 3rd down and 4. 4-man rush coming. Winterburn, and he should have 1st down yardage via the spot. That will move the chain. So Sam McCamley with a catch.
If you're Caleb Winterburn, you can get great experience in here running a 2-minute offense in a game-like situation. Get in there and kind of audition for the job a little bit.
There you go.
You know? This is your chance to lead the offense and see if you can't go down and get one more score here before the end of the season.
3 receivers right here for the Digs. Winterburn, 5-step drop in the pocket, looking downfield. Crossing route, great catch out at the 48-yard line. As diving for that is going to be Alec Woolley-Steele. So Alec will get the catch. The junior will haul that one in, and that'll move the chains. Great dive for that football. That's a great point. I mean, I think there's going to be a pretty significant quarterback push to find out who gets that job next year. 1st down and 10, 4 receivers, 1 back here for Winterburn. Winterburn, he's going to step up and go. Remember, he can flat run. He's trying to get to the sidelines, and he goes out at the 50. He wasn't looking for yardage. He was looking more to stop the clock that time, and Winterburn goes out at the 50, a gain of 4.
Pretty smart play. Get what you can. Know you're going to stop the clock. You got 3 more downs to at least advance the chains, so pretty smart play by Winterburn. Didn't like what he saw right away. But I like that, not that pass set, but his one before. He was able to check 1, 2, 3 and come back to his crossing route, Alec Woolley-Steele. But I like, sitting back there in comfort, trust that protection, step up and get the ball delivered.
2nd down and 6 here for Winterburn. He'll take a 3-step drop, delayed blitz coming. Pass goes to the right side, complete to McCamley again. So Sam McCamley, another catch, brings up 3rd down and 3 here for the Digs. Ball at the Rocky 46-yard line. 2 receivers left, Hoffman and looks like Caprera here on the left side. 2 receivers right, Winterburn out of the shotgun, 50 seconds left to play. Winterburn goes out to Hoffman. Hoffman puts his head down and is taken down at the 40. That's 1st down yardage for Montana Tech. So 1st and 10, Montana Tech at the Rocky 40-yard line. 40 seconds left to play.
Hoffman's tired before that snap. He was trying to tap himself out of the game.
3 receivers right here for Winterburn. And Rocky going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Rocky Mountain College.
So Rocky Mountain College
This
will
will
call
be
a timeout.
30
33 seconds
timeout.
left to play here in the football game. We'll go ahead and keep it here as the Frontier Conference coming to a close this weekend. So, College of Idaho will win their first Frontier Conference crown, their first undefeated season in school history. At last look, it looked like Western would be Western's in second. I would assume they ended up beating Southern College, or rather, excuse me, Carroll College and Eastern Oregon were tied up 14 apiece. The last I was able to grab here. Let me see if I can dig that up here. See what we have. Thanks for joining us, KBOW Buttes. Carroll leads 20-14 over Eastern Oregon. As Winterburn out of the shotgun here at Bob Green Field. Three-step drop, blitz coming. Winterburn across the middle, pass a little behind Alec Woolley-Steele, and he almost drug it in. Boy, that would have been a wonderful catch by that young man.
Yeah, he catches it, and he's at full speed. He just reached to his backside to try in one hand just paw that thing in and maintain his crossing speed and see if he can't stay on his feet and get to the end zone.
As a Montana Tech back up to the line of scrimmage here. Western leading Oregon 48-23, the last I see an update here. Second down and 10 for the Digs. Winterburn, pressure, downfield, has a man, complete to the 15-yard line. Caprera at the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown, Caprera. That is his first touchdown of the year, coming with 19 seconds left here in the football game.
Yeah, Caprera's got unbelievable confidence in traffic. He knows he's going to take a shot there. We've seen him make that catch a few times this year, just deep down the middle of the field between the safeties. Real well thrown ball that time by Winterburn, able to bring Caprera almost to like a stop, let him absorb those hits, but credit Caprera. He took two pretty good shots there, stayed on his feet, and got in the end zone.
Gosh, that makes me happy. He has worked awful hard, a tremendous season at receiver, and that is his first reception touchdown of the year. PAT blocked, scooped up at the 9-yard line. They'll try and bring it down the field. 25-30, out to the 35, and out of bounds at the 40. So the PAT blocked. They tried to get the return the other way. And Montana Tech trailing 38-23. So it looks as though there will be a tie for second place. At least Carroll was leading their ball game late in that one. EOU certainly had some time to come back out, but it looks like Western will be 7-3. Pretty good chance that Carroll will be 7-3. Montana Tech will finish at 6-4 on the year.
I know it's too late to win the game, but if I were Montana Tech, I would line up and do the onside kick here. Your young kicker, Gagnon, give him a chance. Game-like situation, try and execute an onside kick. See what kind of luck you can have. Just an onside kick. It doesn't look like they're lining up for one, but I'd give him a chance at it and just see what he's got as far as onside kicking ability goes.
Rocky expecting the onside kick. They have the hands unit up, 10 guys up, 7 on the front line, 3 10 yards behind them, and 1 deep man back. Tech puts 6 here on the near side. Gagnon, he looks like he is going to try it. The onside kick attempt. Gagnon lines him up. And Gagnon will put a toe into it. It takes a big bounce, and it's fielded at the 49-yard line.
There's Overton back in the game.
There you go.
Field the onside kick.
Who do you need to catch that? If you need somebody with sure hands, you put Overton there to haul it in. And with 18 seconds left, Rocky will take a knee, and they will spoil homecoming. But senior day here for Montana Tech, much like the Digs did in Billings a year ago. So the Battling Bears will take one knee. They'll take victory formation, and they'll get their 3rd conference win on the year and put this season into the record books. So Rocky will take a knee, and that's going to do it. Rocky will end the season at 3-7 in conference, 4-7 overall, and Montana Tech will end the Frontier Conference season at 6-4 in conference, 6-4 overall, as the Digs fall to Rocky 38-23. Frontier Conference action, KBOW. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap this game up and wrap the season up, ladies and gentlemen, after this 2-minute timeout.